Check. Welcome to the SPS podcast. You are now tuned in to the Raw Bunch. Welcome to our Walk It Down session where we actually going to recap some of the show we did from the kickback, pull some of the good topics we got. We're just going to have a conversation about it. Fellas, what's up with it?
What up, bro?
What's happening?
How y'all feeling?
Cooler, man. You already know.
Ready,
Work
y'all
week
ready?
over for me, boy. I am gonna go in for 5 hours tomorrow, though. So
what? Oh, it's
yeah.
pretty much done. That's light work. That's
like 7 to 12 is done.
Oh yeah. Your weekend already started. Bino, what's up with it?
Everything copacetic. Let's get to it.
I like it. So what y'all think about the kickback show? Y'all like the flow of it? Y'all like it?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was a lot of good points, and you know what I'm saying? We was able to answer in more ourself type of perspective, you know.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I think we'll probably try to implement that more throughout the pod. Kind of, change up a few things, see whether it works. Right? I think, like you said, it gives us a chance to speak more in our natural voices, right? Like, we got a lot of game to give, you know what I'm saying? We all wise brothers, man, and, I like the structure of the show, so we definitely gonna stick to the stats and stuff, but every now and then, I think it's very, very cool to switch it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, to where we can just have a natural conversation and just kind of see where we go. Y'all ready for it?
Right.
All right, let's get to the first point. So this was the point to where I was like, yo, where's Woody going with this? Let's see what we doing. And he came up with the term, him or Bino. I think Bino was the one that said it, but he introduced it. A mint green woman. Woody, before I play the clip, give us the context, man. What were we going with this? The question, the idea, the premise behind the question.
Well, I've been listening to, what guys was talking about and just different things, man. The question just arose to me, like, I wonder what the guys would think about this. Like, you know, I more so said it like, a blank page or a blank, like a blank page and a veteran. And then it was like, nah, not all the way blank. You know what I'm saying? Then we were trying to come, and then Bino just coined the phrase, boy, right in front of everybody. Mint green. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we talking about. Mint green, like a woman that's, not too much trauma. You know what I'm saying? Not, just kind of fresh still has that, intention to love deeply and fully, you know what I'm saying, without, a lot of blockage in front of it and, things like that.
That makes sense. And what was the other side of that? What was the other choice of that? So what was the mint green part? What was the other side of it?
Oh, that was a mint green. The other side was a veteran, but the veteran was healed, and she been through, her, ups and downs, her stages, and you know and got to a point where it's like I said, she's healed and understands, what I'm saying, life basically, and she's ready to be, a woman, for a good man as well. Like that was the other side of it basically, and it was like a choice. Which one would you rather have, basically?
Got you. Where'd you land?
Huh?
Where'd you land?
I was supposed to go get my mint green team shirt, but I ain't had time. So you know what I'm saying. I was definitely mint green. You feel me?
I feel it. That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. That's fire. I love these type of women who don't know much about streets life. That's a fact, Playboy.
Right.
I think that's what we would talk about with that mint green, where it's like, bro, they're aware enough to where you don't have to completely give them a complete bust on everything you're doing, but they know enough to know that that ain't for them, and they cool that you got a little past to you, but they also understand the benefits of being street smart to where that they don't come with a lot of the baggage that normally get attached to women that has seen it too much or been overexposed to it. Because then I gotta unteach, you know what I'm saying? You gotta unlearn, like, bro, it's a lot. It's really a lot to deal with. Sneak, what up with it? What's good with you? And I
Bro,
think that was my point. I do think that I think the veteran has. I'll say this. I would prefer a mint green myself, but I can see the benefits of a veteran, right? So with a veteran,
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm about to say can that
yeah,
because I feel like we like all right. So this is the hill. Let's put the hill in front of it too, right? I think that matters. The hill
right.
veteran.
On
So let's
both.
yeah,
like dig. Let's dig into that,
right,
right?
yeah,
Let's.
because
All
it'd
right.
be
So how that
unfair
look?
the other
So what
way,
that look like to us, then?
right? Yeah, so I think a Hill veteran, Bino, like I think a Hill veteran is somebody that's done the work, right? Like she's seen your archetype before, so she's familiar, right? She's been with a lot of people that stuff she didn't like. She's been with some shit she did like. She fucked up a few things, got it right, but she's in a more balanced place. I think the benefits to a veteran is that the nuances of relationships, they understand it, right? So a lot of things don't have to be broken down to such a level. And if she fuck with you and she chose you, I think that it would be easy to navigate a relationship. You know what I'm saying? The way they like, I get it. You know what's going on. I know what's going on. We good. Shout out to Playboy. He said that's what he about to marry. So again, it works. You know what I mean? But I think healed is very important, to your point, because just having a veteran ain't about shit. Just like having somebody that's completely green to life sucks too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think to make the conversation even, we would have to throw in a healed veteran. But I'm gonna
Right.
keep it real. I think I was still landing on a mint green only because.
I,
Go ahead, Bino. What you got,
n-
bro?
nah, I was about to say. I think the word not necessarily us, but I think
Uh,
necessarily in general in today, I think we use the word heal just like we use a lot of words too loosely. To
okay.
understand what a healed person is, so because we talking about a veteran is of age, um, and been through a few decades of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Few decades or more, right?
Yeah.
But the word heal is being used too loosely. And I think because you got so many women who say, I'm healed or they're going to heal. But when you said put in the work, I think that's also like we ain't diving deep into, and maybe we necessarily can't. I think we can. 'Cause I think humans, men and women need to heal in different reasons. But
Yeah.
to actually heal, I don't think a lot of women heal
Uh,
Mm.
because
What do you
that
think they
shit,
do?
I mean, I'm not going to necessarily, I really can't say what I don't know what they do, but I know that the idea of healed is being used so loosely is it motherfuckers make it think it's easy to do.
right.
That shit take years of work, years of not dealing with a man for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of throwing away shit and dealing with yourself. How many women you run into at 35 that ain't dealt with a man in the last 5 years in no type of way? Last 4 years in no type of way.
Tough to find, brother. I think, yeah, it's tough. It's tougher to find than it
It's
is to
tougher.
find. Yeah,
You feel what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's easy to be like. So what I don't want is just like for us two niggas too. But saying we speaking on women, right? But like motherfuckers say, I'm healed, or I'm healing, because like you gotta like go on your, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit I can't even explain, like really express like how much work in dark places in that you gotta go and face to even
Yeah.
get to the healing part.
I think that
Accountability. If it was so many people healed, it'd be a lot of more accountable people.
yeah.
That's a fact.
I think to recognize a healed man, to Mona's question, a healed man, I think, is very self-aware. I think that he'll show up in a way that he'll show up in a way that almost requires peace with little to no wiggle room for anything, right? And I think that that's the beautiful part about running into a healed man is that He's able to identify the traumas he's overcome, tell you how he's overcame it. And he has a new established boundary as to why certain shit just ain't gonna bother him. You know what I mean? Because I think that awareness is a first step to healing, but you have to first be aware that you even need to be healed to even start the journey. So I think a healed man can identify where his shortcomings were, and he has a new set boundary for said thing that was in his way. To answer Mona's question, shout out to Playboy. He said, my fiance was healing. She said I helped complete her process. She did the same for me. That's a fact, bro. He said that piece, the most important part, because it is. Like I said, man, I think that, you know, in theory land, we talk around stuff like this, but it be these small nuances that make and break relationships, bro. Like how healed someone is when you meet them really can determine how far y'all go, type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you.
And I think that we don't
Lessons.
even, you know what I mean? Like when you in the mix and y'all actually mixing it up, and y'all liking each other and shit, I think it's very difficult um, to even know how to spot somebody that's healed if you like them well enough. Does that make sense? To where
Yeah.
the things they're not healed from don't come up in such a casual conversation, right?
Yeah.
If I meet a woman
Yeah.
and we talk and hey, how you doing? Get your number, blah blah. We going out on a date. Like you're not gonna lead with your scabs and wounds. You feel me? That's some shit you learn over time. So I think that that's probably the more difficult part is you gotta be asking the right
Right.
questions to kind of get a good baseline for who you dealing with and where they are in life.
Shit, that's what I was about to ask you. So, do you think that men should be out here like, you know, prodding and poking in the first beginning couple, you know what I'm saying, times they kick it and try to figure out who, or you think you should naturally progress into, you know, her telling you what's what?
That's a
I
good
think
question. Go ahead,
I
Ben.
think you don't. I don't think you. I think if you gotta ask or pry, I think first of all you don't do that. But what I do think you makes that should make you pay attention even more. Cause I think healed people don't have no problem telling you or talking about nothing that they heal from. It's nothing that they got to wait to tell you. They don't give a.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think that it's got I like the mixture of both. So I want to watch before I get to asking too much because again we playing a game of chess when we come to this dating shit. We won't talk about that enough, but that shit is really chess. You make a move, they counter. They come aggressive, you counter. You feel me? Like it's a lot of
Yeah. And
sparring
I
is
ain't talking
happening.
about on like no first date shit.
Right,
You know what I'm
right. We
saying? I
talking
ain't
about
talking about on no
yeah,
first date
y'all in
shit.
the
I'm talking about
mix.
if y'all done pop. You feel what I'm saying? At that point, if y'all done smack at that point, like you feel me? Like
Yeah.
if shit for me, if like certain like child stories or anything that's hindsight, anything like that, if that don't I'm not going like too much to private as a woman for, but I'm gonna pay attention to why not she's not opening up about shit.
True.
Why she you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna pay attention and evaluate my eyes,
Okay.
gonna be open about that. Cause then I'm gonna have to especially if we talking about this healed veteran shit, right? But in order to find out the heal part, I'm gonna be questioning that part.
True.
Feel me? Because they could come looking like they smiling, they could be smiling and pleasant and sweet and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Off the rip, and when shit is cool and the dating shit. You feel me?
That
But when
makes
it's
sense.
certain shit that happens, like if you get upset as a man,
Mm,
um, if you know what I'm saying, you miss a phone call, you get too busy, you just don't feel like fucking talking. You need a peace of mind as a man. Like you don't find out shit like that until that they ain't healed until that shit happened and how they react to that shit like
ooh, so do you think Bino healing can only be put to the test when they're faced with a trigger?
that. Not the only way. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Not the only way. Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like if motherfucker don't show those signs at first, you gotta
Yeah.
pay attention to how they react when some shit like that come up. Then you gotta be like, is you the test if they of them being healed? Are you
Mm,
the test? You feel what I'm saying?
that's
To
real
see if
shit.
they healed. If they don't even know, they'll tell you, but they know? Are you the test? You feel me?
Oh,
Maybe
good point.
see if the person tell you they healed, do you think asking like, you know, how do you know you healed? Like what? Like you know what I'm saying? What
Yeah, yeah.
situations
If they
have you
get into
been
that
through?
conversation with you, and like you saying, I feel like they get into that conversation, they open up about some things, and then they say they are, and then yeah, those then we can be like, well, how you know? Like how you know? Like what? How did you come from that? Feel me? What did you do to come from that? But I'm
Yeah,
saying, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
so then you can pay attention in too. But at the same time, it's like I think that's better because if you tell me something that bothers you, you ain't necessarily got to be healed from it. But that'll help me not trigger that, right? If I can understand, you feel what I'm saying? Like, damn, I usually don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, if I like you enough, a dude, if he like you enough, say I ain't gonna miss. Say missing a phone call bothers you because your last boyfriend. Like these women be going through shit. So you know what I'm saying? Something happened to them. You know what I'm saying? I cater to that to a certain point, like, but you got to open up about that. Even if you say you healed, you feel what I'm saying? I'm a, I'm not going to test you to see if you healed or not.
I like it. I like it. Mona, what's up with you? How you been?
what up? Cause of
What up, cuz? Oh, yes, I'm good. I was intrigued with the conversation. I said, I have some time tonight. Let me go.
What's up, Mona?
It's good to see you. It's
Good to
good to
see
see
you.
you.
Yes. What's up, everyone? The conversation nice.
Okay.
Was
Okay. So we making some progress. I'll take it. I'll take it. So
hey,
what are your
look though,
thoughts on
I
the
do want
convo
to
so
say,
far?
but while we on the hill part,
Uh-huh.
the mint green ain't gonna come here. Now that's one thing you got to keep that in mind. The mint green is not coming here. The mint green is coming with the pain from the last relationship. So you gonna have to heal that.
But
You
it's
feel what I'm
like
saying?
it's like the mint green healing process is the damage of the mint green is still like a boo boo on your knee.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still they
It's
don't know
something
that
to
though.
deal
They
with.
don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The a boo boo
yeah,
on the knee
yeah.
at two
To
is
them
a
that shit
fucking
is
life
painful
threatening
as
thing.
hell. But like you said, but you coming into being a like the older man and been through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It you know, you'll be like, I understand she think it's a boo boo, but
yeah,
you'll be able to navigate that better
right.
than you really gotta do surgery on the motherfucker.
Yeah,
You feel what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
But I just don't want motherfuckers to think that is, it ain't
Oh,
nothing to do
true,
though. Like, you're gonna have to
true,
put a
true,
band-aid on it or put some peroxide and let it, kiss it,
true,
let it
true.
know. But, you know, I think it's worth it. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's worth
it's definitely worth tapping in. Let's take a look at some of the signs of a healed person in a relationship. It can include one, feeling more at peace with your past, two, prioritizing self-care, three, setting healthy boundaries, four, experiencing fewer flashbacks,
it.
five, rebuilding trust in yourself and others, six, having a positive outlook on future relationships, seven, practicing forgiveness, and eight, feeling more in control of your emotions.
Mm.
I'm gonna leave that up for a second because that was a lot. That was only eight, but I think that each one we could probably talk about them for like 2 3 hours, honestly. But
Right.
again, being at peace with your past, prioritizing self care, setting boundaries. You don't really live in the past with the flashbacks. You rebuild and trust in yourself. You can trust others again. You got a positive outlook on relationships. You can forgive, and you're more in control of your emotions. So, do y'all agree with that being um, signs of someone showing up healed in a relationship?
absolutely
Okay. How so?
peace with your past. So I'm for me, I would say, you enter into a new relationship or you get into know someone, right? Um,
Mhm.
not always comparing. So how do you know? Like how can you identify a person who is peace with their past? To me, I would say are not that's more so like the questions of the responses. You are not bringing up your past relationship like, oh, well, this person did this, whatever. So you technically not healed from your past relationship. And then it also is another sign of it takes two people to tango, and then there's the truth. So if that person is constantly, saying something negative about the person they was with before or previous relationships, that is not a healed person. And then also that demonstrates that is not a person that takes accountability of what they actually did in the relationship. So the question, and so that reverts to, well, for my last relationship, I feel from this what I take accountability for.
Uh, how do you tell the difference between someone that's identifying their past and talking about it, and somebody that is healed from it? Like, how do you make that discernment, Mona?
For me, it's because
Yeah.
it's not overwhelmingly speaking negatively about their past situation. You know, like, yes, you can say I was in my last relationship 2 years ago, worked out, things are why work out, but just sharing accountability of why it didn't work out,
Okay.
rather than a person who just speaking, oh, that person this and that. You know, that woman was a bitch, or she got issues. Whatever.
Um,
It's just
okay.
how you speak about your past,
So the tone and how they speak about it is how you determine whether they're healed.
right?
Okay.
For me,
I like it. That makes sense. I got a question for you. We were actually walking down the path of, as men, we were talking about our preferences of whether we want a mint green girl or a healed veteran. As a woman, what do you think was more beneficial for women that are dating? What would you tell
Or
women
what
to
about
be?
what about the beneficial for the man? Which oh okay, I see what you asking me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to keep it here before we switch, but we go on exactly what you thinking though, Bino.
I was thinking the same thing.
You say what?
I was thinking the same thing too. Like, what's the color for the man? What's the flavor for the man? But um, for me, I would say for just engaging to the conversation, so keeping it where it is, mint green woman or a veteran woman. So I know you mentioned like mint green women. Um, they are aware but not aware,
Mm-hmm.
right? They are more acceptable to work with that man from, if he have a past situation, or maybe he is going through some things right now. Or and then the veteran woman who know what it is, like, woo, woo, woo. This is, they know, like, it's
Yeah.
with it. I think they both are just as equivalent. It's just based on the man. So based on that man and what that man needs, he may need a mint green woman, which is someone who is a little bit more passive, understanding, and doesn't, and but also he's a man that knows his path, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I need as much direction from a woman. So a mint green woman may work for him because he already know what he's stealing from, where he's going. And a veteran woman is a little bit more assertive, can be aggressive, because assertive and aggressive are two different things. But
Okay.
it depends on the man once again. So a man who may need a veteran woman because he may be a little bit more stubborn. He may need a little bit more guidance. So he need that veteran woman to be more aggressive, a little bit, well more assertive, I would say, in a way,
Mm-hmm.
personality.
Okay. Do you? mm, that's a good point. Let me marinate in that for a second. Pause. Um, I think you're right. I think you described the archetype perfectly. So you think that the type of woman that the man picks says more about him than it does about her?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I missed that. Oh,
Oh, yeah, you cool. She was talking about
Yeah,
how
and I think it does too. Um, because we got to understand. I think it says more something about the man too. Because when we talk about a healed veteran, um, they I think it's more so about the men picking that over. I mean, picking the mint green over there is more so about like what she said about. It's not even about. It's about aggressiveness. But the healed veteran ain't supposed to be aggressive, technically, right? Assertive maybe, but so assertive. Let's say combative. They say got way more questions. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's if the man know where he want going and he has a purpose and he don't want like and like you said the peace part and all that shit. The mint green probably will work out. I don't know though,
Right.
because the hill veteran that'll be about just matching that person. You feel what I'm saying? Like a hill veteran can match perfectly with what you got going on as a man, as a hill man.
To
You feel what I'm
Playboy Williams'
saying?
point. Mm-hmm.
So it's all I guess it is just Well, we want to talk about probable over probability. I think still make green side though, like probable shit. Because
Yeah.
like I say, all that shit that you put up there, and I had to step off, but I was still listening. All that shit you put up there would come with Hill. It's all that's a lot of work.
That's a
Like you said,
fact.
it was a lot to take in, right? And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people ain't doing it.
It's real shit. That's real.
So I'm going probable that you ain't healed. You just think you is, and I'm gonna be the test for you to see if you healed or not. And I ain't trying to go through that because I got a purpose and I know where exactly where I want to go. So you know what I'm saying? As a 37-year-old man, I ain't got time to be nobody test dummy to see if you healed or not.
Mm.
I think
Cause like I
people say
said, at
they
that
hit.
point, hmm.
Oh, go ahead, Bino.
No, go ahead. I ain't already got one.
No, I was just saying. I think people say they healed when they haven't dealt with whoever that they had the trauma by in a while, and they call that healed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not doing no work. I just haven't dealt with this person in such and such time, so I'm healed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think.
I can see that. I can see that. So you think that when they say they healed, it's more or less being um I'm not being introduced to the trauma that triggers me to act the fuck up. So
Right.
I'm healed because there's a lack of triggers.
Or I'm not dealing. Yes, I'm not dealing with that person that I'm saying basically that I've been hurt by. I haven't dealt with them in a in a while, so I feel like that's what I'm here. Like I'm here. That's why I feel like Bino said people using the word wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll use it just in any sense of the word
Yeah,
without
they
really
just they
doing the
just
work.
using it loosely. It's just
Right.
like one of the many words that people use loosely because it sound good.
Right.
That makes sense.
So the probable that you're gonna come across a Hill veteran is likely not more than you come across a mid people you have a and be successful at it. That's why those marriages work. That's why them relationships work. That's why them older men that came into themselves and their purpose is being a man. That's why that's why those numbers show that 7 year gap, that 7+ year gap work out. That's why it shows that.
That makes sense.
I got time. We get to a certain point of our age, we ain't got time to be combating or proving. Like, because what we show is what we prove. What we already have accomplished should be proof. What I already got going on should be proof. For me, how I already hold life down is proof. You included into that. I shouldn't have to show you. You should recognize. And a
Mm,
healed veteran going to recognize. And that's how they end up falling right in place with you.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
What the mint green gonna do?
I mean, you're gonna have to do a little guiding, like you said, work, but like you said, that 50-50 of naiveness, but aware a little bit, had a couple bumps in the roads that she recognized, but like we said, the damage ain't that done where you gotta, you know what I'm saying, prove some, you know what I'm saying? Like it's you gotta be now, you can't just be any like that's another thing. Cause then we ain't talking about these niggas that be playing on young joints because they know they can manipulate them and lie,
Right.
and then we ain't talking about them type niggas. We talking about a
Right.
man with a purpose that's a righteous purpose too, by the way. A righteous purpose.
Right.
Not him being right or wrong, but righteous. We went over that. Righteous. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? The mint green ended up working probably end up working out better for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, like you said, the right man on his right purpose. I think that either could be a compliment. I guess it depends on who he meets, where they meet, and the circumstances in which they start to get down with each other. But I do think that it is important to Wardy's point that you can at least identify them. You know what I mean? Because you don't even know what your preference is until you can identify what each has to offer. I do think that with the mint green, it's a lot easier to um, get them into your lock and step a little faster, only because they're open more so to the ideas of what you already got going on. I think that with a veteran, I think that the ease comes quicker because there's a lot of things that they just understand, right? But I think that with both, the true test is endurance, meaning how long can you stay the course. And I think that with both types of women, that's a question you got to ask, and it ain't gonna really just come to you right off top, right? Because you have a
Right.
woman that's a veteran that it's lock and step now until you know your first argument, or until you decide to go left and she want to go right. Same thing with a mint green. It's all good until I'm providing a direction in some way you don't want to go,
Mhm.
right? And I think that in all relationships, you don't go out, and that's the thing, bro. Like, I would never tell nobody to purposely start some shit to see what's up, right? I think there's ways to test people, and I think that most people, if you allow them to naturally be themselves, you'll glean way more information and put them through a test. But I do think that even if you do or don't introduce stressors, I think it's important to pay attention to how they react either way, though, right? Because what
Right.
you don't want to do is it's all good till it ain't, but y'all ain't had your first argument for 9, 10 months in, and now it's like, damn, I wish I'd known that shit 9 months ago. So I can't really push back on people that put in little stresses here and there. I'm just not a fan of them, but I think that you can learn a lot by listening. I think that on both sides of this coin, men and women, I don't think we're as attentive to the opposite sex as we give ourselves credit for.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like you don't really know and shit until certain shit happen and they think they heal. But I think then if a person put in the stressor, I see why you knock it. Because if you put in the stressor just to see if a person heal or not, that means your ass ain't healed. Your ass ain't mature. Because if you saying you healed and I'm man in righteous purpose dealing with a healed veteran, I'm not gonna purposely fucking do something to trigger that if I understand it, right? I actually will cater to that more than if anything. So that's why I go back to like it ain't no big deal for me to fall asleep at 8, but maybe something happened and she explained like what you know what I'm saying, but it don't really matter to me. You know, they try to act like that, but I'm like, I I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. I'll let it real quick to the 8 look. I'm like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But so it's like a person be like, I'm gonna see you if I'm not calling her at 8 o'clock. Like you just you know what I'm saying? Something wrong with you at that point, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Nah,
think yeah, no, I agree. I just think I get more from people, and that's the thing. Like, even when you're asking questions, you get to know people. I think that I operate better. I ask questions. I'm very inquisitive, right? But I also pay attention to when I'm not asking a question. I think I can get more from you from just watching you. How do you
yeah, for
naturally
sure,
move?
yeah.
You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah,
Like
for sure.
a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
that
what,
stuff,
yeah.
you'd be surprised at what, like, you ain't got to introduce it, because if you watch them long enough, who they naturally are as they get comfortable around you is gonna show up. They can't help it. You feel me?
Yeah, that's why
Like,
I said they gonna end up. That's why I say you gotta that was earlier. You gotta pay attention if they don't open up, and if they open, you know what I'm saying. You gotta pay attention even more than you do if they do open up. Because if they don't, you just gotta watch how they read. That's why you gotta watch how they react to shit. Like
Right.
you were just saying, like you gotta watch. Now I gotta watch how you react to shit. You feel what I'm saying?
that's a
And see what's
fact.
going on with you, and then that's why once again the green shit be a little bit better. Because like you said, man, and actually you do be 9, 10 months in, 6 months in. You feel what I'm saying?
Before it actually shows
Because
up
that
either
puppy
way.
love lasts for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm. You don't get to that first real pothole till, like you said, about month 5, 6, maybe month
Yeah.
7. So, like you said, that attentiveness helps. Mona, are we tracking this correctly? Do you think that how we're our lens on women and how you all operate, are we on point? Are we missing the mark? What you think?
Well, at some level, yes. Some level, yes, you are on point. Far as with the mid woman and then also the veteran woman. Um, but I believe in testing the fruit because in the Bible it says test the fruit.
Hmm.
So, does it mean that you have cruel intentions of testing that fruit, right? No, it's just more so it should come quite naturally when I say testing. It shouldn't be something cruel like you intentionally trying to, kind of get this person all, like, oh, I knew this person was just that way. You knew that, and that you're not healed. But but I believe you should test the fruit when it comes to
Give
What does
me an
that look
example.
like?
Oh,
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
what does
yeah,
that
can
look
I
yeah.
like?
just
Hey,
say
hey,
okay? I'm gonna
hey,
get an
no, no,
example.
no,
Then
no, no.
I gotta say something because I figured that's how I think a lot of women feel the way she feel. But go ahead. Go
So,
ahead. I'm gonna let her finish though.
So you say, what is the example
yeah,
to
of
say
testing.
of testing? Like I said, it has to come within its natural state in a way, right? Um, I guess you got to give me, like, it depends on what area you want to test in, because there are different areas of, in a person that you want to know more about. You know, person is, a test can be as if you can just be in a conversation and you got in a conversation, and maybe I'm just good, but you got in a conversation and you may say, like, how this person treat their parents, the person who raised them, how they interact with their children, like, hey, what, if they have children, to say, so, what that you and your children do that's traditional. um so, like I said, it's not cruelty, but it's just more so asking these questions, and just see what they say, and then not only just see what they say, but their, because just through their actions, people tell you a lot without even having you to ask the question itself.
So you don't. So you think that the test would be more vetting their history?
More so, not really their history, but more so their present moment and the present time of what they do. Or even if you ask something for yourself, like, say, hey, prime example, it can be for me, I would say, hey, I don't know. It just tested. It just really depends on the situation.
And
Really.
see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like
Go ahead
I
and
said
create.
earlier, Mona,
Oh, go ahead.
like what the show and proof of everything got to show and prove to me. Like I said, the proof is what I already have shown, right? It's what I already have did, already kind of like you said, like it go back to what you're saying, how I handle my kids, how I handle my friends, how I handle my family, how I handle myself. You feel what I'm saying? That's the proof of what type of nigga I am without like the whole mindset of not saying because you make it real sound real pretty the way you said it. But when women say like the testing thing, they mean exactly that. And remember earlier, I was like, I wouldn't do that. I think that's the problem why men don't. Because to now, it's not about me not being healed or not. It's about you using that to test me. So now it's about, I think that leans more into respect for us.
Mm,
You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
now the reason of why you would say, oh, he ain't really healed from that. It's not that I'm not healed, it's that you test. I know you did something on purpose to try. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And I think certain men feel disrespect while you doing that. You feel what I'm saying? I know I would.
I
So
see what you're
now,
saying.
you feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
It's not even about the test no more. It's about you literally, for lack of a better word, you're trying to G check what I already feel
Yeah,
to be. Yeah, I
yeah.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Right.
To
So do you
me, it's
think?
about you trying to cause unnecessary problems. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like that. That just like why even try to trigger somebody on something that they, you know what I'm saying, that healed by, or to even test that to bring that trauma up. Like I mean, I don't know. Cause you never really know. It might be something deeper than they have explained to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the trauma might run way deeper than they talk about. They might talk about the surface level trauma, but that shit they might have been getting, stomped out, fucked up, beat up. You know what I'm saying? You never really know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, so they might just tell you about this trauma and you want to see you testing this thing, but really you testing the root part of it too, because when they think about that, it automatically trigger them to think about that. I know you say they heal. I'm saying they heal, you know what I'm saying? But if it triggered a trauma though, if they not healed, they say they healed, but you do something in a certain way and trigger something, you might be triggering something way worse than you know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
it makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. That's a hell of a logic train. I think that what Mona, I'm gonna shoot her some bill because I think I get what she's saying. What
Cause this
she's
what heal
saying
look
is,
like. If I tell a shorty something happened to me, but I forgave her for, I'm good on it. I don't hate her for no more. and the shorty do the same thing and I leave your ass, that's because I'm healed. I ain't gotta forgive you too.
Yeah, that's real. You know, as a point, don't test me. Definitely vet me. Confirm I am who I say I am. Hell, judge me by my actions and results, but don't test me, my nigga. I think
Yeah,
that's what I was
right,
about to say.
facts.
That's what I
That's
think Mona was
exactly.
leaning more towards vetting versus testing. I think she
Yeah,
means
yeah,
vet,
yeah.
like trust but confirm type deal.
Yeah,
I'm
she
trying to do
does
some
because
vetting.
we know Mona to catch up a woman, but that's why I say
Yeah,
Mona, I know
but
how you made it,
right.
but the
The
women
average, most women, like you said, that
mean
testing,
exactly how they mean it, not
right.
how Mona meant. I know how she meant it. That's why I separated her from what I know she meant
Mhm.
for her, how she think, to what women don't mean nothing what she said. They they do
They
exactly what
really
we
be
said.
button pushing on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
Right.
That ass.
And
Exactly.
then I thought you was healed. I thought why did you
Like,
damn, because the shit intentional. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
She
damn.
on mute. Well, we can't hear you, Mona.
oh, you can't hear? I'm running my mouth. Um,
We hear you now.
oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah, it was like it was kind of coming in and out, a little bit of feedback. I can hear you now. No, you good.
Yeah, what I'm saying is when I say test the fruit, which is basically you don't want to be like this person, this man tells you, hey, I have healed from quickly reacting to situations. So you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna see if he quickly is gonna be quickly to react. So I'm gonna do something or say something to push a button to see how he reacts. Well, that is cruelty. Then that's
Oh, okay, okay. I had to follow your logic train because I was
Right.
like, wait a minute, Mona. We said don't do that. But I get your point now. Pardon, pardon. So I see what you're saying. This leaves me. Matter of fact, before I go and shift, Mona, what does this look like for a woman? So we were talking about a mint green woman versus a healed veteran. What is those options? What are those options like for a woman? Like, how does that shift to you all? What does that look like?
so what is a mint green man?
Yeah, how does that man show up to you, and is that attractive to you?
What is attracted to me is a man who is emotionally in tune within himself. So he's able to speak, about his emotions and not just hold them in. He's able to also, if I'm sharing with him, he's able to speak on, give me advice. He's able to if I'm emotional in an emotional state like most women are, because we are emotional creatures, let's be honest. But if that man is able to come in and guide those emotions, like giving advice of whatever that situation is, I would say that's probably more of a veteran man than a mint green man.
Okay, so how would a mint green man show up?
Able to come in advice, he's able to guide um the woman emotions and not get frustrated because she is at this emotional state of whatever it is causing her to be emotional, but he's able to guide it. If he's able to give security, make her feel secure within her vulnerability of her emotions.
So what does a mint green man look like?
A mint green man is not able to do that. For me, I can't speak,
Okay,
but I would say for me, a mint green man, he will shut down. He will shut down. He would just walk away because he don't know how to handle that woman emotions at that time and moment. But
okay,
now he walk away.
I totally agree.
He's, he pretty much like, well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Like he just very passive.
okay.
Just let
Got you.
emotions just go haywire, which is
No life experience.
yeah.
Okay.
So opposites do so opposites do attract. Trying to be alike is the problem we got today. Because her opposite is, she's opposing to what we choose, but opposite attract for the same exact reasons. Just it looks different for like, because I agree, like, because if we can say we vets now, that means we came from what, being mint green, right?
That's a fact.
So like, and that's exactly how it looks difference from a mint green to a vet man is what she said. So I ain't gonna just repeat it all over with
I
what we
like
said.
that. No, that was a hell of a comparison, man. I think it took me to we were talking about healing. What y'all think about this concept, man? Me, I think I talked to Bino and Woody about this earlier today, man. Yo, so check this, Mona. I was thinking today, right? and we were talking about health and diets, right? And how people cannot quickly identify when you want to go on a diet and lose weight, stop eating sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like slow down on your intake of sugar, stop eating fatty foods, work out in the gym, right? And that's kind of how you diet in order to get the results you want. Do you think that people know how to socially diet? Are
Mm,
people as aware when it comes to not their physical diet, but their social diet, how to step back from the table from that toxic ass friend, how to take less of the bullshit from the people around you? Are, do you think people are just as good at going on a social diet as they are on a physical diet? I guess that's the question. We'll start there.
Absolutely not. People are not good at social diet. And I say this because depends on the attachment to that person, right? Some people
Uh-huh.
are socially connected because of past history or similar situations. And some people feel as though they have to take on the burden what this person is speaking out their mouth, which can be, they have to be there. So then it's just them. But if we all learn to know, like, you know what, if you evaluate, if you're having a conversation with a person, and depends on how you feel after the conversations over time, because you got to build data, so you have to have a conversation over time with a person. If it feels more draining to you, then that means, are you going to set boundaries? So meaning that, are you going to place those boundaries in place? The people are not going to respect your boundaries if you don't place them there. You have to be vocal. So if this person telling you, having a conversation that you don't like, and you say, hey, you know what, I really don't like I really don't like how you say on this particular topic, or you constantly talking about this particular topic, or you constantly negative, or your output is always negative. I prefer not to talk about that particular subject with you. Now, if they respect that, by all means, continue to have a social conversation. You just got to know everyone's not going to fit in the same box. All your friends or family, associates, they're going to have their own box. And some box mean that you're going to be in a box shipped off to the ocean, because I'm never going to have a conversation with you again, because you just don't get it. And you are disrespecting my boundaries. You're disrespecting what I'm telling you that I don't like, but you constantly doing it. So that box means out to the ocean. I'm never going to revisit that box.
So you think that people have a hard time, like being on the social diet?
Yes, they do.
Why is that? Is it also because people have a problem with physical diets too? Are they one and the same?
They are the same. That is why it's a lot of people who have a lot of chronic conditions, because they just don't know how to be on a physical diet. And just like with social diets, people get into depression, anxiety caused by other people, because they don't know how to, speak up for themselves. They don't know how to set those healthy boundaries. And then for people who continue to break those boundaries, continue to be engaged to them. So you don't know how to ship them off.
Mm. Bino, question for you, bro. What's more addictive, sugar or a toxic person that you got love for? What's more addictive?
You asking me a question, it'd be hard to answer these questions. Especially, I wanted to say something even before you asked me that question. Like, it's hard to be asking these questions. Like every time we come, the people that come on here that be willing to talk, it be like people like moaners. Like it's always gonna sound good when it's coming from our perspective for us personally, because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. That's the reason why we don't mind talking. So even to answer that question you just asked me, nigga, what's more addictive for me is sugar. Cause goddamn, if I'm dealing with that toxic ass addicted, I ain't addicted to that shit. I ain't addicted to no shit like that. I ain't never been addicted to no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, it was more
Yeah.
addictive than sugar shit. And I ain't even addicted to sugar. You feel what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right.
I'm
Yeah.
addicted to weed. You feel what I'm saying? But
Right.
so what's more addictive? Weed.
see, that's what
If
I.
you
Hey, look, that's what I was about to say. I think it matter. I think it matter about the vice and shit. Whatever your vice is, that's where you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be where the distinction need to lie about where your distinct your like what's more. You know what I'm saying? Because like if my vice is not sugar, like you saying, it's not gonna matter. But if my vice, if you say what's more addicting, you know,
Your
this or my
vice.
vice, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, then you know,
That's a better
I,
frame
I
question.
I say socially, yeah, I say social, but like the social shit. I answer. I can even answer the social shit better when it comes to that because I think it's like with Wardy, like people probably if they got a vice, they're gonna be more addicted to their vice. You know what I'm saying? But I think, but even outside of me, but like down with the social shit, it's like because like the diet shit. When people go on a diet, they start something, then and then stop it. That's a diet. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you're just eating healthy and living, that's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. You go on a diet to either gain something or lose something, and then you go back. You know what I'm saying? So like with the social diet shit, I think just people got to go on a diet if they don't understand it's levels to social shit. Like everything ain't gotta be everything every time you open your mouth. You feel what I'm
Mm.
saying? So people that need to go on the social diets because they don't understand this level. I know how to treat a coworker different than my homeboy. My
Right.
homeboy different than my brother. My brother different than you know what I'm saying? It's levels to all this social shit. And I think don't people go straight to level 10 with everybody they deal with. And that's why they need to go on the social diet. You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? If that makes sense. Like you deal with everybody the same.
So would it
You know
be
what I'm
would a
saying?
better word be detox, a social detox? Is that a better word
Um
than diet?
no, I'm just even the detox shit, like the detox shit. See, this is my thing. I think it's a good thing to even spend time by yourself. Be born the only child for a long time, or even go somewhere and spend some time by yourself. So people that got to, you know what I'm saying? I, a social detox is necessary because you gotta like go back to self, right? You gotta think for self, do for self, and you can't do that shit always being in social with everybody. Like me personally, I deactivate my Facebook people when you know for 2 days for no reason, right? I just want
Mm.
I don't want to see nothing socially. I just want to be myself, talk to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like tend to myself. So yeah, I think a detox is better than diet. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Gotcha.
Or
That makes sense.
incognito. So you know how you can go incognito on your phone, right? You looking up stuff, whatever. I tell my friends, people who in my circle, sometimes I do go incognito, meaning that no socialization to my social group because I like you know, I need time to myself. I need time to reevaluate some things, especially if I feel like I'm being too socially engaged. It's like, okay, it's time for me to kind of like take 7 days off. And I give people a warning that I'm going to do this because they love me, they care for me, right? So I don't want to just disappear off the charts and nobody don't know what I'm doing. But
Right.
I just need a little time to yourself, regroup, you know, whatever, and people will respect that. So that's why I'm saying the boundaries is so important when it comes to being socially engaged with people. Do they respect that? Will they respect the fact that you need time to yourself, or is it a problem that you need time to yourself? This is with family, friends, whoever you socially engage.
Hmm. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Ivan, what's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, good. How you?
I'm all right. Driving on the
Cool.
road.
Okay. Make sure you stay safe out there, though. What you think about the conversation so far, bro?
Run it by me again. What you talking about? I heard some of it was going in and out.
Oh yeah, we were talking about well right then we were talking about the social diet and detox. Do you think that people should consider a detox from friends and family or people that are toxic the way we consider being healthy with a diet? Or is that a bad idea?
Nah, it's good for certain. So it's different kind of people. So I think some people do have to do that,
Okay.
and some people can know how to. Some people know how to pivot within the midst of being around them kind of people. That's not good for you.
What does a pivot look like?
So So like I'm a type of person that's I don't like nobody to get under my skin. So I put sometimes if I end up in a situation where somebody can get under me or agitate me, I like use that to test me to make me a better person. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to deal with that person personality. It's the kind of person I am. It's not that I want to be a people pleaser, but I want to learn how to work on myself that too much of anything can't just make me fly off the wall or piss me off.
I can see that. That makes sense. Okay. So
So
you
if I
think that?
get mad at somebody, I'm done with them, they cut them off.
Say it again.
Go ahead. No, I
See.
said go ahead.
Oh no, no. I was gonna ask you a follow up, but it sounds like you was about to elaborate. You good, brother? What we saying? Keep cooking. It's interesting.
No, I said so. My thing is to work on me. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like I used to work at the prison and stuff, right? As an officer, I couldn't allow any situation to get me worked up because an inmate or a guy said something to me in the wrong kind of way. I must maintain my professionalism in the midst of all everything that's going on. But I also, in the midst of that, is have to understand that because a person come to me aggressively or a way that I didn't appreciate it, it wasn't because I was the root cause of why they doing that. They can be pissed off at somebody else and just what I'm saying, heated and taking it around to whoever they can pass it on to. So I just don't try to fall for any kind of attitude or any kind of situation if I didn't, what I'm saying, if I wasn't the reason for them to be acting like that in the first place.
Okay. Makes sense. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the SPS podcast, man. Now I'm about to walk y'all down the premise I had from the other show. So the walk down, I'm gonna represent the premise that we had from the last pod. If y'all haven't watched it, go check out the kickback with the Raw Bunch. It was a dope show, man. And one thing I was touching on last pod, it was talking about how when we're having these conversations online and in real life, I was telling the fellas, I'm like, yo, I don't think y'all notice it, but when a lot of men start talking, well, I notice that women get real quiet. They listen and they pay attention. And I said, this was my theory. I think that women are listening to us have these conversations either in the barbershop, on YouTube, in real life. And I think what's happening is they've been quietly taking notes, and I think that they are gonna extend an olive branch. Now, what's gonna look tricky is because they don't normally do this shit. I think that when they finally extend the olive branch, it's gonna look different from what we expect it to look like. So I think a lot of men might miss the pivot that women are making in mass. So that's the premise. Before I go any further, am I fucking tripping? Or does this make sense? Let's go round robin starting with Bino, then we'll go
Nah,
Mona,
go
Wardy,
ahead,
and then
Mona.
Ivory.
I ain't doing this shit. Go ahead, Mona. Go ahead, Mona. I already know how I'm coming. You don't need to go to me. We got new perspectives. Mona and Ivan need to see if you tripping.
Okay.
And Wardy. Yeah, you got new perspectives on that. My perspective still stand. I'm gonna wait to go
Okay.
last.
Respect.
Well, when when men are in the room, right, it's definitely more masculine energy. But to keep it above, the reason why that women probably really get quiet is because we want to hear from the man perspective, because it's sometimes can be very challenging for women to have a conversation, an open conversation with their male or whoever that male person in their lives. So it's like maybe I can hear something, maybe I can, you know, take something back and know how to, engage this person. Or maybe they don't get that engagement from their man because the man just not open-minded and not willing to have a conversation. So really they're probably taking points. I mean, I'm a woman, I'm taking points, and I want to know, this is engaging to have this conversation with a group of men who are more open to have a conversation, to disagree or to agree, personally.
But see, I think the reason why we don't have that conversation a lot is because, it goes from a conversation and us talking to ammunition and the gun when the arguments happen. So then we, turn, away from having those type of conversations, because when we get vulnerable, then we get, you know, done dirty with our vulnerabilities.
That, and you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. I don't think women realize. See, the other thing is women listening, taking notes, and they going out here and acquiescing to what the man wants, right? Because that's cap, right? To me, right? Because it's either like what he said, or women absolutely get disgusted with what they hear a group of men say. Because if y'all really knew what a group of men think and say, y'all would be turned off. It don't help them. It hurts them to hear a group of men say some shit, right? Because some men, because you don't all have the same men. You got, let's go back to pessimistic men. Then you got the panderers. Then you got all these different type of men in one conversation. You feel what I'm saying? So the shit going everywhere. Shit going everywhere in their mind, where to the point of anything they get even disgusted, mad, frustrated, can't believe they heard what they heard, shit like that. It
But
don't help.
but
It
don't you
helped
think?
them. It helped them. It helped them make a man into they bitch. It helped them do that.
But do you think that helps them pick the type of man that they like and don't like? If they hear that, real niggas speaking real truths and shit, like, okay, I can dig what he's saying, but but what he talking about, I can't get with that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I think it. I think them. I think it make the average woman. I think them. It helps them have more power and get what they want selfishly out of a man than saying,
Hmm.
"Hey, I want to be a wife to a man because I heard what a group of men said." Is my point.
So
They
you
do
think it's
not
putting
walk
them
out
on
the
too
door
much
saying, "I
game
want to go
shit?
out here and find me a husband," based on what I heard a group of men just say. If anything, I'm gonna use. They don't. They've been hearing it. Men are the loudest motherfuckers besides them. They've been listening way more than they've been talking when you talk about socially. So that's just why they getting what they want out of a nigga than anything.
they
So
Was
want
so you
that's already being done.
so
they
you
want
feel like that we putting them on too much game then?
they
I
want me.
mean, not necessarily because you, like I said, you got them type of men in here. You got them type of men in them conversations that you need to get. That nigga ain't shit. Take what you want, but they don't know how to separate the two because
Mm.
both men gonna say the same shit and feel the same way. We just carry ourselves and handle women different outside of us talking to each other.
As someone said that we take notes and we want to hear. Like I said, because y'all speak more freely when you are in a group of men. You speak more freely. We can hear the truth sometimes. Sometimes the truth of a person or the truth of a perspective of a subject comes out, and we can hear compared to if you was in a group of women, right? Vice versa. Like right now, let's say that it was more women up here, just one man. How would you feel? What would be your take on that? Do you act differently if you are in a group of women? What are you taking from that when you are in a group?
A, a group of men. That's my point. Yes, a group of men gonna act totally different amongst each other than they do around a group of women
And so
Mm.
what why is that? And what
because
is
we men because we men. We not supposed to act like y'all around. You know what I'm saying? We men. So that's what I'm saying. You had the same. You have five men on this saying the same thing, but those five different men might go out and treat it. Go. Like we had my all five men to say just for just for point of conversation.
like
All
right
bitches is hoes, right? You hear all five men say that, but one man go out and treat a woman like this, the other man go out and treat a woman like this, the other man go sit in the corner and don't say nothing to a woman. So what I'm saying for what I think women get out of the conversation, anything is more confusion and frustration than anything, because all five men might say the same, but really do not even if they feel that all what they said is the truth, they don't go all out here and treat women the same.
Right. That's what I was about to say. The truth of what a man feels and how he go out here and display himself can
Right,
be very different, because
right,
you know what I'm saying. Like, and it might, like if you hear that though amongst us speaking, you know what I'm saying. Well, you might, like you say, confuse that between me
right,
really going out here and doing that and how I see things, and what reality and truth is. My truth is this, but in reality, you know what I'm saying, I know, I'm doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right.
But
So
I think to y'all points though, that's what makes it so much more telling because now she can truly gauge your intent without having to hear from the men that she wants to hear from in her life. So they can listen to our honest, raw conversations. We the raw bunch, right? And we're gonna tell her how the fuck it is, how we feel about it, what it is. And so they listen, and they're like, oh, okay. So and I'm telling you, bro, what like I think when women get quiet, and I've seen it on our panels when we in real life we be talking to people and shit, you can literally see their brains processing and connecting the dots. I could be wrong, but y'all know how it go. We get to talking, they listen. Now I don't know what they're processing. I ain't now let me be clear here. I don't know what's on the notepad. I'm just telling y'all they taking notes. I don't know what they're taking. I don't know what the end goal. I don't know how they're interpreting what they're hearing, but I find that when there's a space of men and women and we speaking together, I think what is perceived to me is that after a while the men gonna take over the conversation and the women, and that's the weird part, they don't leave, right? So I think if they would discuss about what they heard or if they got all the information, they wouldn't stick around.
Or
But
to
that
be
don't never happen.
hearing, because I will say some people that you all may have up here from time to time, people who come and visit the podcast and the raw with raw bunch, and they are being raw, and it be like, dang, you know what? This is a person that I definitely don't want to take advice from.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
it,
I can see that.
in that because they are being their authentic self, they authentic raw self, which is perfectly great. But women are taking notes. They are, you know, just having the opportunity to hear a group of men come together and provide their thoughts on certain situations. I mean, personally, I like it because I want to know what y'all thinking, and then I like
Right,
in my perspective as well. Like I can, put my little 2 cents in the
right.
conversation.
And see, Mona, I don't knock, right? So I don't knock women for doing that and being that strategy say he don't know what they put on the notes. My only point is the notes that they are getting is only notes for themselves and not for them to say, for not for the benefit of the man, but for the benefit of themselves. Which I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is the idea that strategy trying to present like, oh, they getting out here and they gonna act and do a certain way. They gonna go cook like Kaya. They gonna go do no the fuck they ain't. They gonna do exactly. They might do that, but they doing that for themselves, not for that man.
Okay. All right. Let me get Ivan in here.
See,
Then I'm gonna start presenting my case. I'm gonna actually walk this down. Ivan, what you think? Do you think women are listening in on these conversations like they got the little cup on the wall while motherfuckers talking in the next room? You think they learn anything? What do you think they getting from this, yo?
It's two types of women, man. The ones that's trying to be wise, they are, but the ones that's majority are anything. So nah, they ain't. Majority is not. They using it for ammunition. Like I hope my nigga don't think I'm gonna do this or who he think he
Mm.
is. But that's why a wife is hard to find. That wife though is said, you know what? And that's one out of 50. That's saying, let me tell you he what he's saying. You know that might be right. The last guy did say that I need to work on that. So I can't. My parents did tell me that, so I can't go back and fix that. But majority of women are basically rebellious, man. It's just the nature of them. Their spirit just they rebellious unless they try to be live different lives. But other than that, they probably want to, but they can't. It's not in their nature.
Yo, Ivan, you
They
said
can't.
some real shit, bro. It's not innate nature, and that's why a wife is hard to find.
hmm
Bro, that shit real, bro.
Right.
Strata, like, come on, Strata,
Okay.
you can like, bro. They
I'm
not doing it to
telling
be no
you.
wife to no man, bro. They doing that shit for self gain, which I don't knock them. I'm not
I'm
knocking
about
them.
to
Hey,
walk
look.
this
Let me
motherfucker
ask a
down.
question. Let me ask a question. Is that Is that them 12? Is that the 12 that ain't getting married from the 88? Is that the 12 that's doing that and making it look like, you know what I'm saying? And the other 88 is doing their thing though? Cause as we said 12 is ain't getting married, and 88 out of the,
we
you
could
know what I'm saying?
we can go in this rabbit hole in the marriage numbers that it just a chunk what you just said. So I ain't gonna even do it. I ain't gonna even do it. I'm trying to tell
But
you like that
now,
shit. That shit.
And you
The
gotta
marriage
realize that
numbers go. Them numbers go so crazy. I don't even. Hey yo, Woody, it be some, like yo, that shit, that 12 and 88 shit sound cool until you get into the divorce percentage, till you get into the interrate. You know what I'm saying? That shit just get
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
it be like a rabbit hole of that shit of numbers, bro.
I have a question.
Yeah, okay, you got go ahead.
So the question is, so I majority of you all believe that women are listening to group of men conversations for their own personal gain, right? So
Mhm.
what are they gaining personally? What
Uh,
are we
um,
personally?
I think the idea of the whole liberation shit and the sexual liberation, the just the, see the thing about it, the way that we why I don't blame them because women are behind, like, and historically, Mona, women are behind us. You feel me? And they had to deal with so many things that they couldn't do. So it's like a dog being locked up in the kennel and you finally let them out. They run loose. They don't try to run to find a mate to make puppies and go to another homeowner. They've been locked up in the kennel for all them years. They go on, they want to run free for a while. And that's what's been happening. And I get it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but so to stress the point, maybe shit transitioned him back to what he's saying, like, I want to go back home now. You
Yep.
feel what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I can see why he's saying that, but I just think we really just get started for real. Like
I'm telling you, bro. Yo, that's crazy, Bino. You literally walk like that was gonna be my next transition into why I'm saying what I'm saying is that, bro, it's happening in mass. We are watching women that had strong stances on things, at least on the internet, start to walk some of that shit back. We have, bro, if you go on TikTok right now and put in my future husband, my future boyfriend, there are threads and threads of women in their car saying, I can't wait for my man to find me because I'm so sick of being out here with these motherfuckers, blah, 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 blah. That single shit sucks. Bro, they are listening. I'm telling you, it is starting to become trendy for women to put up their white flag in the most womanly way possible. And I think that that's what's going to confuse men is that when they start waving the white flag, it's not going to look how we want it to look. Because we want it to look like, yo, fuck all
so what
this.
you think
You
dude's gonna do?
valuable. Bro, it's going to look like some bossy woman shit. It's going to be like Bino at the gas
Okay.
station pumping his gas. Shorty pull up in her whip. She right beside you. Excuse me. How you doing? What's your name? My name's such and such. You like, hold on. I'm supposed to be doing the motherfucking approach around here. What's this about? It's gonna be a subtle woman way, but literally, I think that once they find the archetype they're looking for, all the past conversations gonna play in their mind, and they're gonna start applying that shit to who they want to
Bro,
apply
if
it to.
any
Now that's
woman
where it's gonna look
approach
funny.
any of us at the
Uh,
gas station and do all that, bro, she's a man eater, nigga. How do you know anything about me because of what you've seen? Like, you feel what
bro,
I'm saying? That's what you saying. Okay, so
yeah.
you saying women are just gonna say okay, I'm attracted to him, so let me get to know more about him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, women been doing that though. It's women out here that been doing that.
But that ain't been the narrative. You know that ain't been the narrative for a while. Men have been the hunters. We've been the ones that's gotta find our woman and
But what I'm saying is, if
whoop,
we're
whoop,
going
whoop.
off attractiveness, most women are attracted to the same shit, minus complexion, minus hair or not. But other than that, that's gonna leave a lot of niggas out. If niggas, that's gonna leave a lot of niggas out. Like you acting like, oh niggas, like bro, it going back to make men gonna have to. I don't know what men gonna have to do because what you're saying is the reason why they approach somebody like that is because of physical attraction, something that men been doing since the beginning of time, and some bold women have been doing. So if that be more of what women do, then it's not enough of us, or it's not
True.
enough of them. I ain't gonna even include myself. It's not enough of them type niggas for all these women, bro.
I know, and I think that to your point, Bino, this is why they're gonna become more assertive because they realize it's gonna get real slim pickers if they don't figure this shit out. And I think what's happening is you have a lot of women that are aware that they want something. You got a lot of women that just gonna be hot girl summers. And again, there is a solid pivot, but I don't think that it's gonna happen on a massive like trendy level until it's too late. Because you think about it, if all women are screaming at other women, we gotta go find a man. Y'all are outnumbered. Like it's more women than there is men. So it wouldn't really behoove them to be as upfront about, yo, this single shit ain't working. But I think that what's happening is, and I'm gonna walk down some videos with y'all to show you that I'm not crazy. Like, and
Mhm.
again, we had this convo
So you
before I
about to
watched
show
any
us
video,
you about to
but it's
show
the
us
pivot.
videos of women lying because they was cold last night.
Okay, all right. Hey Mona, am I off? Hey Mona, am I tripping? We gotta ask the woman before I go to my videos. Am I tripping?
Type of woman. So I can't look for me. I'm not the I'm not the aggressive type, so I'm not gonna be the one to like come up to you like, hey, what's your number? I kind of like what you look like. I mean, that's not me. Now, for me, I'm gonna maneuver in a way so you know that I am feeling you in a way, right? Like through eye contact, through like it's just different ways that a woman can be assertive, not aggressive, assertive in making sure that this is the guy that you're looking at. How can you pay attention? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm just different. I'm not the one to go up and say, hey, what's your name?
Mm-hmm.
It's just me. Now,
That's
however,
not you. Yeah,
there are more aggressive women than ever.
that's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm telling
So do you
people,
think it's cool for a dude to approach a woman like solely off looks? I mean, because that's really all we got from the beginning. Like, I mean, what you know what I'm saying? What else do we got from there though? Like from the beginning, we got to go off like what we attracted to, like looks wise, right? And like how she carrying herself or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
The
now
potential we see, right?
you have to. That's the thing that well, before old school way, yeah, the only thing you really was looking at is how this person looked. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like what energy you picking up from this person old school. But now it's just you can go to people's social media, kind of see what they post, what they comment on their social media through their thread, kind of identify that person. But I mean, first thing is first, even if you're on a dating app, you swipe, you look at the person, you go through their pictures, whatever, right? You like what they see, and you may not swipe left. So really, it is how you look at the beginning.
ooh, yo, I'm about to drop the. I was gonna slow walk this. Fuck that. I'm about to just dump it. I'm about to load up the 30. I'm just got the like we're gonna go straight into it. So this video is the prime example of what I mean that there's a shift happening.
I
So
can't wait to eat this video up because this nigga
yo,
believe
this
in this
shit,
shit.
Bino, this one I'm telling you, bro. Like this shit, this 762s, bro. I was gonna start the
uh
little 22. No, we're going straight to the 762s. This is an event that just happened recently in Charlotte, North Carolina. This happened in North Carolina. And shout out to the content creator. If you check out the description, I actually sent the link to his channel. So if y'all want to see the full video, you can go there. But we're gonna kind of slow walk the video, pause it, and have conversation through it. Y'all ready?
I'm gonna run and get my blanket because this is gonna be a cold session. Hold on.
Yeah, this about to yo. This bro, listen. I watched this. I was like, yo, this is different. Let's get Yasmin comment first. She said, if I like you, I like you. Once I say it, I done evaluate everything about you. You tell me no, ain't no spinning the block. I'm gonna block you after that too. But again, that's a more direct approach we used to in the past. But let's get to this video, man. I promise you, this one, I'm gonna go to me click on it first. We're gonna start it from the beginning. But like I said, shout out to the content creator's name is Chisha Zed. Again, I thought it was a pretty interesting video, but I was like, yo, that's just right on par with what I was saying. So this is 80 women fighting over 10 men in Charlotte. Let's get to it.
Walking in, and to your surprise, you see a sea of women, but no men. No men. But the story doesn't end there. It gets really interesting. In this episode, we're going to be following two women.
I want to do this. Really don't. Like everything in me wants to turn around and go home. You know when like your hair just didn't turn out how you wanted it to, and parking was hard, and you're breaking out, and it's kind of.
So what's happening is you're watching a woman getting ready to walk into a mixer event of men and women for a speed dating thing. And this happened in Charlotte, North Carolina recently. So this is what she's doing to give y'all context.
Any reason you possibly can to go home, that's me right now. That's a walk in here.
So she doesn't seem excited at all to head to this event.
I need to fix my attitude. Men act like the pride.
Where are the men? Why aren't they attending singles events? In this video that we're going to see, which is a follow-up to the chick who went to the event in Charlotte, she explains what exactly happened. This is going to be crazy, and why this was the most unhinged dating experience of her life. Let's check it out.
Just got back from the most unhinged speed dating event of my entire life. Dating in Charlotte is a problem. Honestly, this needs to be studied. This experience needs to be studied. Having been here for only 6 months, coming from Houston, Texas, this is not normal. This is not okay. So I will preface this by saying I did not want to go. This is not my cup of tea. This is not how I generally meet people. I was very concerned and very anxious, going into this. I really was. Like, truly. I tried to get out of it multiple times. I texted my best friend. I was like, I just don't think I should go. She was like, no, you need to get out there. Stop meeting men on these apps. Start meeting men in real life. As we know, men don't approach women as much in real life. So a speed dating event felt like the perfect place to meet men where they would feel comfortable approaching women and women would feel comfortable being approached. So got dressed, got cute, put shit on, might I add, okay?
Right.
And headed on down there, okay? Here's where everything went wrong. Now, the event started at 6 o'clock. I will admit, I got there at 7:30. Maybe a problem. But the thing about it is the flyer said this is a mix and mingle speed dating happy hour. First of all, I don't even know if those words really go together, but to me, it felt like kind of a come and go as you please. So I didn't want to be the first one there at 6 o'clock. Showing up at 7:30 was also not the move, though, because when I walked in, it was packed. And what do you think I saw? What do you think I saw?
What'd you see?
Exactly what I thought I was going to see.
What?
80 women sitting alone. No men in sight. None.
She even has the video proof.
I promise you, I will overlay a video. There were I could not see one.
Wow, I saw some
women sitting alone. No men in sight. None. I promise you, I will overlay a video. There were
There's some big backs in there. I don't mean to be that guy. Listen, this lady herself, her outfit was pretty good.
She came downstairs, took all the men, 10. Keep in mind, there's like 85 women and 10 men. She got the 10 men to choose the women that they wanted to come upstairs with.
Okay, we got a caption on top there. I'm not just pausing it for no reason. It says, apparently, many of the men were very uncomfortable doing this because of how awkward everything was. But if you didn't choose, she would choose for you. Let's keep listening.
With them. So the 10 men out of 85 women chose 10 women to take upstairs. Wow. And that's where they did the speed dating upstairs, while everybody else was downstairs looking at each other. Everybody was on their phones. Everybody was looking around like, what the hell is this?
Make it make sense.
Make what make sense, Strata? Tell me what you want me to make sense. Listen, bro.
All right, so check this, Bino. We're gonna walk it down super slow. Let's take you back to like it's 06, right? We in the club, we chilling. What does that scene look like in 06?
No. We not. I don't want to. Don't take me back then, because we don't. That's totally different, bro.
I know.
Totally
I know. That's the point.
Setting up a speed.
What's different?
It looks like dudes and women mingling, but they still do that. They might fuck with their phones. They might not do that in the club. Women and men mingle in different ways, young and old, whether that's through social media, whether that's through however they fucking do the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Bro, for 80, this is how I think as a man. I'm not going to that shit. I wouldn't go to that shit. Single as I am, I'm not going to a event to date where it's 80 women, where it's a bunch of women that has to come to a speed dating event to find a man. That screams desperate, and I'm not going to be your desperate pick.
But check this though, Bino. Think about what we're saying here. The event was never broadcasted like we're going to have 10 men. That event was sent out to the public in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, here's a mix and mingle. Come meet some people. Y'all get it popping.
Speed dating, mix and mingle, happy hour. Like, she got to cut it out. Talk about some for her to think she was gonna go to a club or a day party type of vibe was gonna be a bunch of men, bro. Everybody know that's how this speed dating shit working these days.
But you don't see how that is a much different approach than we would have seen maybe even 5 years ago. You don't see that?
But see, what a different approach, like what? Like you think 5 years ago would be way more men there or something?
I don't think it'd have been that many single women that even go to an event like that 10
Right.
years ago.
Right. Okay.
I think it would have been the opposite. It'd have been
I,
more men there dressed to the nines trying to find something.
okay.
Bro, the approach
Okay.
has to be different because again, they are about facing, bro. Think about now,
Okay.
compare what we're actually saying here. What we're saying is in the time to where 5 years ago, hot girl summer was a
So you
shit. All these women were twerking on the head.
okay?
Like,
No, I think I
you feel
follow
me?
you. So you saying women are back? They back in their desperate mode.
Yeah, they back in that, yo, we got to do something. This shit ain't, they're
So they
aware.
so the motherfuckers desperate. All right, cool.
Bro, 89 women, bro. And think about it, she showed up at 7:30. She was an hour and a half behind, bro. That's fashionably late for a woman. She was on time.
Yeah,
And at
but
7:30, they
another
already
thing
packed.
I
Did
really
she
don't
get
like
picked?
this though, because I ain't easy to convince. And another thing is, Sissy and the woman was there for attention, bro. They was there for camera time.
At a speed dating event? This
Yeah,
ain't
because
pop the balloon. This was literally like, yo, I rented out a club,
Pop Balloon ain't the
good
first
vibe.
thing that was out. It been speed dating out before that. Like it don't got to be like Pop the Balloon, something like that. They know it's getting recorded and all that shit, bro. They have them there for camera time, bro.
All right. Anybody else see anything different? Am I still tripping? I got more videos, but I just want to stop here and see if I'm still tripping.
Well, you know what? Okay. Me personally, I'm not gonna go to no one speed dating. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But however, I would say yes, it is more women. This world is populated with more women than men are, when they get to a certain age. I really believe, like, in their late 20s, 30s, they feel a little bit more desperation of having to, kind of find that person because they want to have children. Um, so yeah, I can see why the event was overly populated with women because, for one, it's just for women in general. And women do seek relationships. They seek to be in a committed relationship. They want that. So unfortunately, it's only 10 men that show up. But my question is, how was it really marketed? What was the marketing strategy? That's a whole nother food for thought. But anyway, yeah, those women were quite desperate. And even the girl who was speaking, like, okay, had to be convinced to go to this, but at the same time, you're a whole hour and a half late. What does it tell you about? I mean, what does it say about that woman? She's never on time. I mean,
I'm
This
saying,
nigga
hold
up
on, hold
this
on, hold on, hold on, now, hold
right.
on. Wait a
I was
minute.
about to say, Woody.
Charlotte is a big ass place, so that's not uncommon for that many people to be in a place like that doing, you know what I'm saying, an event like that. Like anytime you have uh, like painting sips or anything like that, like them joints be packed. So like events like that, that's not uncommon for. But for not to be no dudes there and they know women is gonna be there, it to me that's uncommon. Like you know what I'm saying. That's not like you know the regular. If it seemed like that more men would be there. Like,
That was 10 serious niggas. That's why, Wardy. Like that's what I'm saying. It go back to the conversation when I be saying when women be sitting in the room with a conversation of a group of motherfuckers. In my perspective, they live more confused or frustrated than anything because all these niggas saying the same thing, right? But niggas that say, yeah, hell y'all bitches is hoes, but be the first one trying to get married, right? Them 10 niggas was serious niggas. Them 10 niggas was serious niggas looking for something, long term. You ain't gonna find 80 niggas there to mess them 80 women because some other 70 niggas though. Them niggas ain't trying to take shit serious to be going on no speed dating shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like
mm-hmm.
they ain't doing that. That's what I'm saying. Niggas be capping, bro. Niggas be capping about this shit. Bitch want to find a serious woman, a good woman. They lying, y'all. Mona, they lying. Majority niggas lying, man.
I believe it.
Okay.
that's why I listen to the raw.
Niggas just hear other niggas say this shit on the internet these days, and it sound good, and they see the women respond to them well, so they try to repeat the shit. But they don't really live like that. The more shit I talk, the more shit I talk on this internet, I live totally opposite. Not opposite, but I'm not just talking my perspective. Like these niggas don't be them niggas be wanting to fuck something.
Right.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So they not going to that speed dating shit. They went to a day party in Charlotte. That's in the same event.
The
All
point
right.
is, are these women taking notes, and are we seeing a shift in their behavior? That's what I'm arguing on the floor. That there will be a massive shift of awareness of women not being as standoffish as they were 2-3 years ago. Because think about it, there was a time to where, think about just the example we were using earlier. Boy, back in '06, we in the club, everybody dancing. Ain't if you on the wall, you in the way, type shit.
Right.
Like we all getting it in, anybody taking it personal. It's a good time, bro. You go into a
Right. Ain't
club
nobody
nowadays.
club. Ain't nobody go to the club to find a date strategy.
No, I ain't talking about for the date. I'm just talking about the way the scene looks. Follow the scene. So you
Yeah,
went
but
from
the
a time to
dating that
where
speed dating scene ain't gonna look. That's what I'm saying.
no, no,
It's
no,
not
no,
gonna.
no. Take it off the speed dating. Pull back all the way. So now we're just talking about in general how we shifting and what we got here. So it went from dudes and women dancing to women dancing on each other doing TikToks to this. Not necessarily speed dating, but I'm telling you that women are about to about face and mask and stop dancing with each other and go find a man again. It's gonna become cool again. And if the guys aren't ready, if we get so hell bent on thinking ain't none of them shit and all of them suck, I think that's where I'm trying to get men to understand the awareness, because if they're not aware of the shift, they will miss it.
Okay, women our age that's in their 30s, mid 30s, and pushing 40s. Yes, they are. Them
Okay.
young joints that which is majority of them than us ain't think about none of that shit. Finding no man, none of that shit.
Not mint green.
And you gotta look at the fact, man, that even though they was there saying they single, all on getting smashed.
Right. Thank you, Ivan.
And the man that smashed him is not gonna go there and mess up what he got going on.
Thank you, Ivan.
Right, that's a good point.
Yes. That's what I'm just. Thank you. He made it sound so much better to me. Yes.
Yeah,
When you talk
you're
about
not
women,
talking about no
yes.
good women, man. You talking about women that's out here, like you said, they desperate, but they all got a
Yeah.
side piece and want somebody to take up the main
They
duty.
all getting smashed. They all got smashed that week. They went there.
Well, you know that, so they out here with side pieces and acting like they're not smashing something, and all along they are smashing a woman on the side. Matter of fact, they probably smashing like 5 women at the same time.
Yeah, I don't even want to take us down the intentions of what single people do. Single people have sex, right? I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the about face that's about to happen on a more massive scale. And I got more videos to prove it from the mouths of women. So I get it. That example, y'all like, all right, cool, I'm not buying
But
it.
if
Bet.
a
I
dude
got
go
more.
to an event like that, though, what do you think he looking for?
I'm not sure, bro.
You know what?
If a man actually trying to say to himself he want to find a wife and he trying to get married, he's not gonna go. But
Why
most
wouldn't
dudes
he
are
show?
just
Why
trying.
wouldn't? But you know
Most
what,
dudes just
Alvin?
trying to smash though.
But Ivan, don't you think that, again, back to my awareness point, don't you think that might be an issue long term? If you say you want to get married and there's a situation to where there is an opportunity for you to meet a lot of women very quickly to vet, why wouldn't a man that want to be married, why wouldn't he go to a speed dating event?
Because it's the same as a dude that want to be married is not gonna go to the club finding his wife.
What?
Anything you got to be out night for to meet somebody, you already know it will come out. Will come out at night.
I think that's a
It's some stuff is
See,
like basic instinct of what we already raised and already the know-how of the basic life how life is in itself.
See,
I don't
that's
know if
that's
I
the only thing difference I see. I think them two dudes went there to look for something. Now, do I think they were stupid for going there looking for something? Yeah, but I think they, but I think they were like at that point where they trying to find something, and you gotta, and this is a perfect situation for them to be put in place to have options to pick from. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Type shit. But
whatever their
like,
intention.
but
Yeah.
but the women, like I say, the women that you said they went there, bro, it's like it gave me more of a desperate vibe, camera time vibes, because we understand people do shit for attention, not to go find a man. Like they can get a man, bro. They can get a good man. They don't got to go to a speed dating to do it.
You
I
know what?
think that we go ahead, Mona.
This is what I think. So, anything free is not always good. I believe put a cost on it. So, like I said, okay, you say if you go to a club, you're not really looking for someone as a wifey there. What about the caliber of a club? So, what about a caliber of a lounge? You know what I'm saying? So, let's say you go to a cigar lounge or something like that. High caliber, you have to dress a certain way. You know, you can't just go in there with Timbs and sneakers, but really high caliber type of environment.
Yeah.
I think it's still probable of a possibility, a probability of a possibility. Anything in the environment is always a possibility that yeah, that guy is in there or that girl is in there. But the probable thing is no, people out to have a good time, and you'll probably have a good time going home with them or have a good time linking up with them down the line. But I don't. But it's possible, yeah. But just probable, no. Even if it's high class, it just means people, got a little bit more
Hold on.
paper.
So based on what Bino, what you and Ivan saying, y'all think that there's a proper environment to meet your wife or husband in?
I think it's a more probable environment than the club. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
What?
and
Give me some
a
of those
better time.
environments.
Yeah.
what
Give me.
environment?
Yeah. What
Any
Let me
environments are
anywhere,
guess.
those?
like you said, the
Church.
gas, huh?
The grocery store,
Still, yeah.
a church event, or a park. Anyway, but after a certain time, you already know what kind of people is out after a certain time. If I'm okay, if I want a wife, I don't want a wife that drink. That's just some of the basic stuff you just don't want a wife to do. You know what I'm saying? But some stuff you gonna have to try to look past because if you just in desperate need trying to find a wife or a girl you really like, most guys try to let down some of their bars for the just to be with that woman. You see what I'm saying? But if a dude standing strong on what he basically want, he ain't gonna want certain things, activities from his wife because he look at it as being a masculine thing to do.
And then once again, bro, it goes back to like if women want to really hear the real conversation and not get, I'm gonna be the man to give the sense behind it. Listen, the average woman, if the woman is going to the high class club, Mona, she wearing a certain, and she's looking for a husband, and she want a man to be in a relationship, she's gonna wear a certain thing. She's somewhere in the corner of the cut. You feel what I'm saying? Keeping it classy. When men go to the club, that woman is not who they trying to spot.
That's a
Right.
fact.
Well,
And
I
You know,
just
think
y'all
because
get
it's
you
in
get well looked over. Even if he say, "Man, I need a girlfriend. I'm ready to settle down." By the time he go out with the boys and get them drinks, that as that walk across that floor and throw it in the air is where his eyes is gonna be in. Even if he don't try to engage with her, he ain't see you in the corner over there.
Hmm.
and just because
But
it's
Hey, look, hey,
a classic place.
hey, Ivan, you don't think like just I don't know if you think if Jesus had a wife, but you don't think if Jesus had a wife, she would have came from the slums or the streets or like where the you know what I'm saying? Because Jesus won't, he ain't come for the good people. He came for the sinners. So he would have, you know what I'm saying? His wife probably would have came from out that group of people that he was around, that he wanted to be around. You feel me? So you can't really say like exactly where it would have came from. You can always change a person to be like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
can, a person can change, but your characteristics of that person got to change. Jesus didn't come for the characteristics of what you were, but to clean you up so you can conform to his characteristics.
Exactly. That's
So you
exactly what
can't.
I'm saying.
So until you change, until that change, that nature changed from that person to his nature, it can't happen. That's why he came to clean you up, so he didn't come for you while you in your filth.
Yes, he
You got to
did. He
take you
did
got to
come for you
take
while
him.
you was in your filth.
I'm
He
saying
come to you how you is, and then take you to the next level. So why wouldn't that be the same for any person that you meet? If you vibing and click with them, you meet them where they at, and then you can bring them up from whatever level they on.
Are we
you can
saying
do that.
Jesus would it? Hold
Yeah,
on.
so
What
that's what
y'all
I'm
just
saying.
do?
You talking
What
about
did
Yeah,
y'all
that's
just
what
do
I'm
to me
saying.
right
But
quick?
so
What
that's what
did
I'm
y'all
trying to
just
get
do
him
to
to
me
see.
right there?
You talking about somebody just okay. Watch this. Right now you talking about the righteous and unrighteous, right? So you
right.
basically saying Jesus and Satan, right? So what you think Satan will go for?
I think Satan would go to where the good people at and try to change them to be bad.
Why won't he go to? Why
And I
won't he go
think
amongst
Jesus
his own
would go
people
to the
then?
bad people and make them good.
Yeah, but when we talk about finding a wife, Jesus ain't going to the club and saying, I'm gonna make one of these girls
Right.
my
How you
wife."
know that?
The
How
whole
you know
purpose of
that? How
Because
you know he
because the
where
whole
the
purpose of
sinners
having
at? He
Because
wasn't
For what
he
purpose?
into that though.
because what he did is in the Bible.
He was
For
Whatever
in
the
he
purpose
wanted,
of him
he
coming?
was
whatever he
off
wanted.
where everybody was at, where it was going on at. He wasn't really
Yeah.
when he went to the church, when he came back and went to the church and seen what was going on, he flipped the church and ain't
But
go
to
back
Ivan
to the
point,
church till he died.
but that's what Ivan point. So if he would have went to somewhere, cleaned up people's filth, and now that that woman is clean, he would have engaged with her, but not while she's in her filth. Not
But
for him.
that's what I'm saying. You missed what I'm saying. Where his wife would have came. Y'all saying that y'all want to have a wife from this place or that place. I'm saying you can get the person from wherever and bring them to your level. Is what I'm saying. So it
Okay.
don't matter where they come from. It matter where you can take them to.
Okay.
I'm saying you can do
Yeah, yeah,
that, but
yeah.
you
We can
you
do. We can
gambling.
talk possibilities for
Yeah,
the rest of our lives, Wardy. We can talk
but
Everything
you
is a
possibilities.
gambling.
Let's
possibility
talk. Let's
before it
talk
becomes
probable.
reality.
But let's talk.
Everything.
I mean, if that's what you want to push today, cool. But
I'm saying, is it not though? When you first come to a woman,
anything's
is it
possible.
not a possibility that this could be or this may not be?
I ideally agree with you, right? I ideally agree with you. I am a everything is possible type nigga too. But for the point of this conversation, that shit ain't probable. If we was talking in the back, like, yeah, but that's fine. We can pull it off. But we talking to man, all right, go out there, go try that shit, y'all. The world. Go try that shit and watch you end up and watch that
All right.
Jezebel
So
ain't gonna
look.
never become a Mary. She gonna stay a Jezebel. Goddamn, it's
So
all
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna even show you what he said. Right? He said marry somebody that believe like you believe. That settles the whole thing. If they doing stuff I don't believe in, he don't believe you should be doing, they're gonna have to come. They're gonna have to separate from all of that and believe like he believe. Accept what he believe. Accept his way of how he want you to be.
See,
He's not gonna.
you saying
He's not
exactly
gonna
what I'm
start doing
saying.
what you doing.
You saying
yeah, but
exactly
what
what I'm
but
saying, bro.
yeah,
You just saying it so fast that you're not hearing what you saying.
Well, what
He's
I'm
going
saying to
to
you is,
conform them. He's going to get them from the slums because that's where he is. That's where he hang at. That's where he want to be around people that's not what he is. So he's going to, you know what I'm saying, get the people, you know what I'm saying, that or get a wife from that section of people that he's around. That we are like, you know what I'm saying. And he's
yeah.
gonna make her clean her up. Soon as he touch him, he was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
all right. That's
you
why I
know what
said the
I'm saying.
difference is right there, Ward. The difference is you saying he going to introduce it. He going to be there. He'll introduce himself to them. But it's up to them to want. It's not that he's gonna make them do anything. It's up to them to choose him. You can.
So
It's
that
just
wouldn't
like
that
that nerd. It's just like that nerd in the club. He is there. That husband can be there. But at the same time, it's up to her to recognize who he is and choose him.
Well, it's up.
It's not that he's gonna make them do it. They got to want to choose him.
They gotta want to clean up for them.
And
If they looking at that man, right? I can see what my cousin talking about. You know, okay, you in a club, two people in the club. But basically y'all like minded because both y'all that let's say that, you meet this may not have autism, but just so happen, she may see that she wants to change herself. So it depends on the person. It depends with you. You are the person that have to work on yourself. So if that woman is willing to work on some things for herself and recognizing that, and maybe that guy is just saying, hey, these are the things that I noticed in the way that he tells her based on his approach, that woman may want to follow. Because most women want to follow a good leader, a good man who know how to lead. But it's based on approach. So that woman will probably want to improve herself.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
then
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people who got their partner out the club for sure. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm just like, I wouldn't. No, that's possibilities is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
so do you
So
think the possibilities are any higher wherever you meet
I,
them
I
at?
just don't.
Any
I don't think that it's probable that people's purpose of going to the club is for to find a partner, a long term partner.
man, one
And
night
I think if
stand
your
turn into
purpose ain't,
5 year
if
relationship. Yeah, all right.
and I don't, and I think, and if I think that 90%, 98% people that go there opposite of that purpose, I don't think it's probable that you're going to come across it. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it probable? No, because most people ain't going for that purpose when they
so
go out to those type
so
of
give
social
me a
environments.
so what's another environment that has a higher probability or a different probability than let's say the club?
Today on social media today,
Wow.
social media, dating sites, shit, like people don't, you know, I don't really want to say religion because people don't go to church even if they religious.
Yeah, it's
But
wherever you
like,
want to conversate with somebody, wherever
yeah,
you go with decent conversation with somebody, where
yeah.
there's no intentions, where you got no intentions in your mind already established. This is what I'm here for. So like he said right there, if you go to the club, you already going with the intentions of it ain't. I don't know
Dancing,
nobody that
drinking,
yeah.
having a good time. Like that's your
But if you just
intention when you
going
go to
out,
the club.
yes. But if you going out to the let's say you're going to the grocery store, you going as a dude, you going as men, we going there to get what we want and go head back out. A woman gonna get what she want and then look around for other stuff and walk each aisle and all that. We just got out, man. What we're gonna get it and go head out. But in the process of that, you might meet somebody, conversate, say hi, help somebody with a bag or whatever. Be a gentleman. You might end up running into your wife or whatever.
You know what, ladies? Go to the Home Depot and go to Lowe's and go to all these, handy dandy men's shops. Okay.
Yeah, you good now because like that's a good advice to tell them to go, Mona, because they would have went before the guy would have came in office. They would have ran into just a bunch of Mexicans. But now I think that I think we good now. I think we good now. I think the regular Americans back in that joint now.
I'm saying, go if you
That's funny.
you may say, okay, that man out.
Yeah,
Shout out to the essays, man.
yeah, for sure. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to him.
Let's get into another video. We watch a complete 180 from a content creator. Shout out to Kendra G, man. She's been making her rounds, so giving all types of crazy ass advice here lately. But this video kinda shows you the 180, like literally in real time, how fast even the advice has shifted from women that were pro women. So let's get into it. Get y'all thoughts and takes on this one.
Did Kendra G just encourage women to not date strictly for money and status? She also just encouraged them in this video we're about to check out to stop caring so much about height. And finally, I don't know if I can actually handle the last one. Did she encourage him to drink coffee? No, literally, she actually tells him to go on coffee dates. Unbelievable. Keep watching. This is going to get interesting, but the most interesting video is the one I'm going to play after this.
A lot of women, they come on my show, they describe the same guy. They want them to have money, have swag, be attractive, and all of that. Now, I might have 10 of those guys, then I have 3,000 women. So just from that type of guy, there's just not enough to go with every person. Also, the things everybody's saying they want our grandma's love, like you just said, y'all don't know what grandma went through to keep that love. I would be happy by myself, taking care of myself before I tolerate your BS. So I say all that to say, if you really want to be a wife, character is all that matters. Not money, not.
Wow. Wow. I know some of you are saying, Chisha, don't you start with the pausing it. We just got to take it in. We've got to take in the full about face without acknowledgement, of course, that she's been wrong in the past. She says character is the main thing that matters in a marriage relationship. Really? Wow.
Say, if you really want to be a wife, character is all that matters. Not money, not height. Is this man going to be there for you on your dying bed? If you couldn't walk tomorrow, would he wipe your behind? Those are the only components, and that's how women will run the game again. Because we put out there, you got to be attractive, because you got to have money. Those men are acting up, and they acting like a damn fool because they know they got so many women that want them. Just date. Like, people are like, Kendra, I need a man, and the Uber driver dropped him off. Well, was the Uber driver nice? Just go for coffee, girlfriend. It's just coffee. Like, you never know, because that Uber driver might.
First off, it's not just coffee.
Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better.
It's not just coffee. Stop downplaying the coffee. It's not just coffee. Please. On here on this episode, we're going to check out Kendra. This is young Kendra, right? 41-year-old Kendra. We got to, there has to be a different age grading for modern women, because when it comes to dating years, they mature a lot less. So we'll say who's earning 40,000. I mean, in this other video over here, she's saying, guys, it's not about the money. Don't do it.
A high value man will be respected.
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't try to minimize me in any way. Now, that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self.
You didn't answer whether or not you respect him to the same level you respect a high value man.
Thank you.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm going to say yes, only because I'm going to tell you this. I've dated high value men. I've dated the men with the Rolls Royces and all the cars and all the glitz and glamour. And they always thought because they had the cars and the glitz and glamour that you got to bow down to them. And
I get it. But I'm talking about the man who's working at the post office.
I would say, now I'm gonna tell you my requirements. I want you to be attractive. So if you're a guy that's working at the post office and you're attractive and you
Hold on, let me time out. Why do you want to be attractive?
I can't have nothing.
No, let me explain. See, this is what's so wrong for so many of our women. You're supposed to be the attractive one, not us.
Okay.
Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive, meaning I want you to look good. So he can make $40,000 a year as long as he look good.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he can make $40,000 a year. I'm not.
That's what most black men make, $42,500.
Okay.
She's like, oh shit, really? If you ask the average chick today, you ask her, how much should your boyfriend be making, right? 20 years old. Like $200,000, just out of touch with understanding of earning potential, so on and so forth. Let's keep listening.
Okay, so Kevin, so are you saying in your perspective that it's over for me? Then I don't have.
No, it's not. No, what I'm saying is your price is too high.
How is my price too high?
Okay. Well, first of all, you asked me, and I'm going to. You're 41 and unmarried.
Right. By choice.
Yeah, that's no.
Well, no, I can say that. I was once engaged when I was in college. Okay.
No.
I just got
see. This is what I mean. The engagement
Man, I miss Kevin Samuels.
queens. You can't make this up.
No, I'm not. Listen, wait, Kevin.
Don't overtalk me. No.
Time out.
I said if we could start giving black women credit for engagements, you act like that shit matters. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice. Unless you're turning away proposals of men of value and esteem, it doesn't matter. Y'all talk about y'all are unmarried when ain't nobody that you want to marry trying to marry you.
Kevin, can I speak to that?
No, because I haven't got to my point. Because I haven't got to my point. You asked me why is it over for me? That's what you asked.
But I want us to say one thing. Okay.
Let me get to my point, dude.
Okay.
I didn't even. This is why it's over for a lot of sisters too. Look, you can be right all you want to. Men control access to marriage. And one of the major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine. You're too bossy. You're too opinionated. That works well in the corporate world when you're making other people successful and rich and fine, but it does not work well when you're trying to connect with a man.
What y'all think? Did y'all see the shift? Same woman, by the way. So for context, Kevin Samuels passed, and she was actually a guest on the show. And, you heard her temperament. But what happened is she actually did a matchmaking similar to what Kevin Samuels did. What's up, Kasim? And so this is the shift that I'm talking about, bro. We watched this very woman argue Kevin Samuels down that, no, I've had proposals before. The dude got to do this, got to do that. Then after he died, she then turned around and said, I'm going to do what you do. I'm going to match up women with who I think they're suitable with and try to get them together. That shit didn't work. So then it landed us where I told you we are. She is now about facing her entire advice to her whole following of women. This woman is very popular amongst women and how they see dating. And even she's coming around to the fact that, we got to do something different, y'all. This shit ain't working. Is the point still not landing? Y'all still ain't buying it, huh?
No, because it wasn't working for her. Look at her. It's not working for her. And it's not gonna be working for her for people of her. I don't even like saying shit like this, bro. Like that shit is working for plenty of different archetypes of women. She ain't had no business looking for that in the first fucking place. Feel like that.
But how is it, Bino, that on her own show where she's talking to women from all types of variety, you don't find that odd that even her advice to them is changing?
No, I feel like finally, no, it ain't odd. Cause it ain't odd.
Why not?
Her advice is changing.
Yeah, she being truthful for what they can get, what women like her can get. She's being truthful, or what women like her, what the archetype of her type woman can get.
You don't think that points to a shift, though?
It points to a certain point of women to stop being delusional. That's good. So if you're saying it's a shift, a certain women they finally about to stop delusional. They about to stop thinking they can get where Ari got or Rihanna or whoever these big celebrity beautiful women are. They're gonna stop thinking they have access to them same type of men, and now they're gonna stop being delusional. Yeah, that's the shift.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is another thing I'm gonna point out. I'm not even talking about her marital status, right? I'm gonna tell you why this is so important to me, why I say it's a shift. As a YouTube person, y'all know we're in the algorithm, we're trying to feed our audience in ways and have conversations they're not thinking about. But we're catering how we do our shows and what we talk about to the people that need to hear it. So for somebody that was on the show like Kevin Samuels that skyrocketed, right? Had her opinion, he leaves. She then copies his whole blueprint, does it with women and men. You don't think it's funny that somebody that has garnered that much attention on YouTube is now changing and reworking her messaging? You don't think that's odd? Why do you think she's doing that?
Because that's what women do.
What's what women do?
Realize they delusional once they get older, and realize they timeline is shortening, and they stop being delusional on purpose. They be delusional on purpose, then they stop being delusional on purpose.
Mona, what you think? Muted. You're muted. Hey, Mona, you're muted. All right,
Okay.
say something now.
I don't even know how I'm actually getting muted and unmuted at this point. 'Cause I'm not even touching my phone.
Oh,
But
that was me. That was me. It was giving feedback. You good though?
oh, okay. Yeah. So, is there a shift when women get older? Okay, so I'm 39. All right. So, is there a shift with women when we get older? Absolutely. Yes, it is a shift because for me, it's like certain things we're just not going to tolerate. Yeah, it is a shortage of men. There's more women out here than ever. But at the same time, do you know your own personal worth? Like, what are you going to, certain things you're just not going to tolerate. So really, it's the men have changed too in this dynamic. They are looking at women as what can you do for me? And they are not easy to go buy you a drink or even go buy your coffee. A lot of times you want Dutch for a coffee. So I think women and men have shifted.
That's not the question though. The question I ask is in
Oh,
mass, not even older women, just women in general. Do you think women are shifting to the idea that they are becoming aware that they need men more than they ever have before, based on past behavior?
hmm. That's a hard question to say because yes, women are recognizing that they do need, you know, men, but doesn't per se they gotta be maybe it's just um they need, men friends. I mean,
That ain't enough, Mona. You know that ain't enough.
no, it's a yes or no for me, to be honest, because some women say men ain't shit and they still don't need a man. But ultimately, I think men, a woman do need a man and a man need a woman.
Do you think women think that in mass?
When you
Mona,
say
just say
need, what you
Mona,
mean by
just tell the
need?
man the truth. Don't Mona, you don't have to be sweet, Mona. Tell that man that women in mass think men ain't shit and they don't need a man.
Some men, a lot of women do feel that way. To be honest, I mean, based on conversations I have heard over time, and and based on YouTube, based on media, women are empowered, which is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But however, I do see that these women who are recognizing, yes, I have this type of caliber of a woman. I am. Yes, I can do these things, but also they are recognizing they still want a relationship, but they want a healthy relationship with a healthy man too.
Wardy, what you got, bro?
Okay, just based on certain podcast things that I listen to, which is high class, high caliber, high type of caliber women who are out here doing their thing, but they also recognizing they still want a man, but not just any man, not just this man right here because he's available. Okay, is he available? Is he healed? Does he go to therapy? You know what I'm saying? Does he have self-worth? Do he understand how to speak to a woman? So yeah, women do recognize they want a man, absolutely, but they're just not gonna be out here accepting any type of man.
Okay, Wardy, what you think, bro?
What's the question again?
Are we getting closer to you thinking there's a shift, or do you not see a shift at all? Am I still bugging?
I seen the shift. Like I see the shift happening, but after taking in, the information, I don't know if, like you say, like if we giving them too much information and they using it as a playbook to, run us down, or are they using the information, like you say, what's on the notepad that we don't know is the information going, so yeah, the shift happening, they listening to us, and you know what I'm saying, we talking more and expressing ourselves, but through that, you know what I'm saying, we we giving up the keys, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna put us in, it will that put us in like a disadvantage in the relationship as a whole if they know too much about exactly what we want and what we need like that?
Now
Because
you
like,
are.
yeah, if the shift happened,
Yeah, it messes us up because, like I said, niggas be lying.
Or are they more intimidated these days? Are men more intimidated by women because now a lot of women are,
The men that be
nah, I
lying,
wouldn't
yes, they
say,
are. That's my point. Majority of men be lying about what they want need from a woman. Being that they know that y'all are so much on game, they are more intimidated because they can't run that bullshit on y'all.
yeah, that's
So they
true.
go up here
That's
and cry
true.
to they go ahead and cry to other niggas. When in reality, they know they bullshit ass niggas. They know y'all on point. So that's what make them intimidated. I love y'all. I love that y'all on point. Cause
Right.
you know what I'm saying? If I
But
wanted to take
see,
advantage of y'all being
and
on point, if I could take advantage, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you feel what I'm saying? But my
yeah,
fault, Woody. Go ahead though.
no, you good. But that's why I lean more towards the partnership than that leadership, because women have advanced so much that, you know what I'm saying, we and like I don't really feel like they need that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just would like, we got partnership and we both responsible. Then I feel like as the women are now, they have access to everything. Like we spoke about earlier, like, it is more equal. Like they don't, when women didn't have access to things and they needed the man to, for everything, then yeah, like I need to lead you and guide you and do all this stuff. But if we like, perspective is important as well. So a woman perspective about the same thing we talking about was like, oh shit, I didn't even see it from like that. So it's just as much to offer to, the relationship as a whole, and women is, earning potential is just as good, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not have you know what I'm saying? But the natural progression, I feel like, a woman is gonna listen to her man, like, you know what I'm saying? But it don't have to be in the sense where like, you know, like we was talking about control and stuff like that. Like it could be more, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like the partnership is more healthy in these days, because it's more equally yoked and all around in men and women.
I'll say this, Woody. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take Bino's premise and I'm gonna apply it to women. I think women are lying their motherfucking ass off. Yeah, they're making more money. Yeah, they are empowered. But deep down in the depths of their fucking soul, they're still trying to find a guy that they want to feel comfortable following. All of it is bullshit. They like what they do. Don't get it fucked up. I don't think they want to go back to the Stone Ages at all. But I think that what's happening is, and mass, the things that they were using to fulfill themselves, bro, that shit is only reminding them of how much they want to share it with somebody that they want to follow. They'll never
Mm.
say this out loud, but I think that that's what it boils down to. So when Mona, for example, not to pick on you, Mona, but again, you're the woman here. So I think that like when she's talking about, the emotional intelligence and she wants the right type of fit, I think what she's telling you subconsciously is this is what a man shows up like that I'm willing to follow.
absolutely. I don't gotta hide. I'm not. I don't have to hide. I have said that I will prefer someone who know how to lead. Yes, absolutely. Because take some of the weight off of me, knowing that, what I'm saying, that I'm leading everything. It'd be nice to know that I have a man in the house to know how to lead me. And even though
Bruh,
Right.
Okay,
bruh,
every
bruh,
woman wants
bruh,
that.
bruh,
Yes,
bruh.
we know
No,
that.
no, 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 bruh, no. The man is like, why? What do you mean take some of the weight off you? You supposed to be the man's helpmate. You
No,
supposed to
don't
be the
stop her. Nah,
like
don't stop her. Don't tell
He
her what
said,
she's
"Don't
supposed to.
stop."
like
Don't stop
I'm
her
talking
because
about.
this is the point I'm proving. Don't stop. Please let her keep going so Strata can stop this. You about to stop her to keep her from proving the point that I've been making to Strata for I don't know how long we've been doing this shit.
Oh my.
Please let her go, Wardy. Please
All
let her
right, my
go.
bad. My
So
bad.
fire. So let me go. Let me go ahead down this roller coaster. So when I say to take some of the weight from me, yes, absolutely. A woman is a helpmate to a man. 100%. I agree to that. But when I say the weight, meaning that maybe with some of the decisions that I have to make, I can trust my man to make those decisions, and which I will now make sure that his vision comes true by being his helpmate.
They want to follow, bro.
Right. Okay.
You
Every
know, I
woman.
shouldn't
You
have
know,
never
Nobody
said
never
that.
not said.
I
Nobody
should have.
never. Nobody never not said that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is the shit Kendra pushing, bro, is y'all you gonna be waiting to the ice age that you think a woman gonna get with a man because he got good care. Where she led is good characteristics in leadership, it's good characteristics in boss and taking weight off your shoulders. But that ain't you need way more than just good character as a man to be able to be that man that every woman like Mona won't.
but this the thing though, Bino. I watched Kendra literally tell unattractive broke women that it's okay that they want a man to make 300,000. She was the same one not even months ago that was like, "That's
Yeah.
okay, girl. I mean, you want what you want." But to hear her get on that damn TV show and say, "Ladies, we gotta slow this shit down." Bro, in that short amount of time from Kevin Samuels' expiration to her starting her show to now, it has went from girl, get what you want, you got it, the world is yours, to all right, listen now, bitch, you might go get you some
Yes. So
coffee
like I said,
because this shit ain't working.
she's telling her 40-year-old women audience
Nah, that's not an audience
that
though, Bino.
well, she's speaking from a place of a 40-year-old woman and she's telling them the right thing. Get what you can at this point.
That's the shift.
But what you want, that's not. They still want this. They still want what they want. Now she just saying, fuck what you want, get what you can. So what you saying the shift
Mhm.
is so what you saying the shift is again?
That's
That a
the
woman gonna
shift.
walk up to a get what you can man and say, hey, I think I can get you. What's your name and number? Let's talk. You think
Nah,
that's
I
what's gonna
think the
happen?
shift is that the desperation. No, I'm not gonna call it desperation because it's a negative connotation. The realization of what's happening is sinking into women quicker than I think even the men anticipated. So, for example, we can say I've seen men have these issues for probably the last 4 or 5 years, right? I don't think that men thought that in year 6 women would start being more quiet and listening because before, like to Kevin Samuels' point, we have been fighting since the 90s with Oprah and niggas ain't shit for 20 years. No one expected it in 5 years of men be like, hold on, we got something to say. We don't like this. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. We weren't expecting the shift to happen this quickly. So I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna get rocked to sleep because when the shit happens, when the shift happens, those that are aware are gonna find their partner. They're gonna find their mate. The guys that know what's going on, they're gonna peep game, find the one's right for them and slide to the sideline. But I think that there will be a generation of men that will still be hollering from the mountaintops, these women ain't shit while they're changing in their faces. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Mm.
You know what? I believe a lot of
I'm glad this. I'm glad you. I'm glad. That's a good thing, Strata. That's good.
men is not too. The men say when shit. That sounds so weird. But anyway, the men that says that, I feel like I honestly have some issues that they need to resolve within themselves because there are some good women out here too, just like there are some good. So, but like, why you saying women ain't shit?
Because everything I'm not I don't say that, right? But I'm not gonna keep speaking from this light skinned pretty dreadhead shit. I'm not gonna
Yep.
keep speaking from this brown skin dreadhead shit or this light skinned brown eye shit. I'm not gonna keep speaking for us. Because there's a group of men out here that have the right to say that because if it was the women are still not picking those men. The men that Strata is saying that they're gonna end up picking, they're not gonna end up picking. They still are gonna lead them into the side.
Oh, so you said no matter the shift, the outcome's gonna be the same. That's your
Yeah,
argument. Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, I
Because
see what you're saying now. Okay,
you
so
feel what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying?
matter the shift because they're gonna still pick what they're gonna
Pick
pick.
they gonna still pick that alpha man, that leader man, and it's
Oh,
already less men than them, but it's less men that
that's the
has those
connection.
characteristics.
Got you.
So the
Got you.
outcome's still gonna be that same shit.
But Bino, what happens when the men they want
Unless
are
they listen to
picked
Kendra
over?
and pick what they can. Just pick that good character man. That's the man that's screaming from the mountaintop, y'all ain't shit, Mona. The good character man. It's not me. I love you.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. One thing I did say from what resonated with me from that video from Kendra perspective is that from the new Kendra, I will say, like men who has like they have a lot of money, they have these nice roles, whatever, you know, they are the ones. I personally think a lot of times they are the ones out here just saying women ain't shit and they just treat women however they want to treat them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
when you
they
get to
can't.
that, when you get to that extreme, when you get to that stream of a caliber of men, which is 1%,
Yeah.
so they talk to a very minority of men that even have that much assets of life. Like, so the average of us is not even coming across no men. That's the internet that you think of them men. Like the average is not even coming across no man with no Rolls Royce at the Speedway in North Carolina.
You know what I
Anyway,
found interesting, Bino? You know what's crazy, bro? I
Right.
looked it
they
up.
they dealing with eight shit women because them women are with them niggas for the assets. But the average women like us, the average beautiful around the way girl, not even come across them men nowhere.
Hey, Bino, you don't know what's crazy though, bro? Now, this is not to speak against your point, but I found it interesting. I was like, damn, it's a perfect place to say it. Do you know the new middle class wage range is from 45,000 to 120,000?
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new
Mm-hmm.
middle class.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that changes what we're talking about as high value? If now six-figure people are considered middle class now, does that shift
No.
anything at all? I don't know if it does, but I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
I mean, if we speaking high value based on monetary income, then I think them six that $120,000 man is still high value over 45.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So that okay, it's just how other people consider them is different, but you're saying that there's still enough separation to where it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
So
fair.
you got a high end middle class and a low end middle class.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know what's crazy, bro? They consider all of that middle class.
Right, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So like, if I say I'm in the middle class, like that scale, you know what I'm saying, goes. That's a lot of money in between 45 and 110, or we said 110, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's a lot of bread difference. So,
You think that changes how we look at all of this?
I mean, if we gonna say high value, like I mean, like only on monetary, mm, yeah, I think it do change a little bit. If you know what I'm saying, because middle class is the working class.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's not gonna be the, the Rolls Royces and the this and that and da da da. So maybe you got your sight set too high. You know what I'm saying? If you looking for that type of stuff, you out your league really. Especially if you ain't making them type of numbers and doing that type of, you know what I'm saying?
But you know
That's
what?
it.
That's just how I feel.
It's
Mm-hmm.
all about that person can be making 106,000, right, or more. But how do they budget? Do they know
Right.
how money manage? Do you know how to manage your money? Do you know how to budget the finances that you have? So this man can be making 45. This man over here could be making 45,000, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
other man can be making $106,000. But at the end of the day, this man who's making $45,000 may actually have a better savings account and know how to manage their money better than this person who's making $106,000. So how do you
Yeah,
manage?
right.
Or not
Right.
even
But
that.
but
Or
but
or
playing
or or my bad, or they could
yeah.
be this man making 106 and he got $99,000 worth of bills, you know what I'm saying, every month. You know what I'm saying?
How to manage his
So, I
money?
mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like
But playing devil's advocate,
if he can't retain none of that money, then it's like you ain't even got it. Like you can say you a six-figure nigga, but if you can't keep none of it, what you talking about? If that $45,000 man is bills is only a certain amount of money and he can maintain and retain 90% of his money every month, like shit, he gonna stack up mad money before the one that's making 100,000 can, because he got all these. He got the Lexus. He got the big ass house on with the yacht. He got a yacht. He got a boat. He got this. He got that, and he can't keep none of that bread. So it looked good, but shit, at the end of the day, what, you know what I'm saying? If you can't keep none of the bread, then what?
Yo, to play devil's advocate, none of that shit matter to a woman except for her own personal self. If she don't give a fuck how he managed her money for him, she give a fuck how she managed his money for her.
No, first, I'm not going to follow you, and I'm not going to take your leadership if you don't know how to manage your own money. Because I know how to manage mine. I'm expecting you to know how to manage yours.
If he got 106,000 and out of that 106,000 he saved 45, you feel what I'm saying? She looking at it like you got 106, you should save more for her. I don't care what Mona talking about right now. You feel what I'm saying? You should save more for her. Because that man can have 45 and save every dime. She good with that 45. Why she good with that 45? Because that's all he makes. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just playing devil's advocate because when women be speaking on shit like that, it be for themselves.
No. I listen to Anthony O'Neill. Okay, I'm a shout out to Anthony O'Neill because he is a great person with finances and know how to budget and whatever, and just want our culture to be out of debt. So for me, it is about how they manage their money. I don't need to know how you manage your money for me. It's how you manage your money for you, because then now I know I can probably follow you and trust your leadership because you know how to lead correctly.
So him managing his money a certain way that you think is pleasable for you, you think how he manages his money is pleasable for you. So it's still about you. Because like I said, if he could be a millionaire and have everything he said and be straight and not care and know he gonna make another million. So to him, it don't matter that how he got his savings if he know he gonna make another million. If he got his Lexus, his house, his everything he want, it don't matter to him. When you want him to manage his money that you think is proper for you. In your mind, if he say my money good, I got everything I want, and I got 20,000 saved away. You like 20,000 saved? What? You got 20,000? You feel what I'm saying? In your mind, that's not money management. But him, that's money management. He managing his money just fine.
No, I'm talking about yes, that's actually good management because you got a savings. I'm talking about somebody who not managing money, meaning that they just go out here and just blow their money, and then you're gonna come and say, "Dang, I don't got no money." That's not management. That is not managing your money. Because now you just bought this big tail TV. I don't know, 5-inch, 120 inches TV, and then you come the next week and say, "Dad, I don't have no money to pay my light bill." That is not money.
Nah, see, I feel like if you a millionaire or if you 100,000 there, multi-100,000 there, you only got 20,000. See, that's terrible money management. So I'm playing devil's advocate because it came from a woman, and I know the reason why a woman want a man to manage his money is for her. That's all. I'm just playing devil's advocate, Mona. But that's bad money management. You only got 20,000 saved, but you got all these fucking materialistic shit that. And you both, that's terrible money management. But I'm just playing devil's advocate for the point of the conversation because a woman always gonna be like, how he do his money is how I'm a judge if I'm gonna fuck with him. Yeah, because you want that money, you including yourself in that fucking money. That's why you including yourself in that money.
I got my assets to yours, then I need to make sure you know how to manage yours before I
okay.
Just that's to mine.
Yeah, that's respect for sure. That's respect.
So the $45,000 man who know how to do all that budgeting and money management investment compared to this $106,000 man who complain about paying his light bill.
You gonna take the 106 because it sounds good and put you in a different level?
Nope, I won't. I know.
Come on, Cuzzo, give it to him straight.
Cuzzo going for that 106. She going for that 106.
That 45, that's McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You ain't working. Nah, you ain't doing that. It's not like that. You gonna go.
Because even if that man can't manage his money properly, she can squeeze herself in that 106 somehow, some way before she squeezes herself into that 45.
I can change his spending habits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some money for you, okay? I know how to. I'm better at it than you, so.
See, you want him to get the money now. Now she want to transfer bank accounts.
See what I'm
You know
saying?
what
See what I'm saying, Woody? But it's all good. It's all good though. It's all good, Mona. Y'all supposed to do that. I don't knock y'all for doing it, but what I'm saying, women and men gotta cut this shit. We gotta cut it. Cause we like they be like, oh, this is the reason why. Right. And Mona, I believe Mona. But what I'm saying is a lot of people that's gonna act just like what Mona said, knowing they damn sure lying. Mona telling the truth. These mother gonna be lying, repeating what the fuck Mona talking about. Lying.
They be lying. You damn right. You better recognize these women who out here to get you, because they are not gonna. Look, I'm very rare. I'm a very rare breed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but there are women out
we average. We average up
here.
And leave that man for broke. So yes, because women got good talk game. Men too, but women really know how, slither themselves.
And see the talk game and the realness sound exactly the same. It don't sound no different. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem on the talk game and and like what you said sounds exactly like the talk game. You feel what I'm saying? So and that's on the men, vice versa. That's for the men's side too. You feel what I'm saying? And that's really the problem. You feel what I'm saying? We still got people mimicking the people who being real about what they saying because they know it sounds good.
But that's why you have to look at
You want mute, Strata?
I'm about to start back windmilling. I was getting my shoulders right. My bad.
I see you stretching.
Yeah. Had to get there. You feel me? I'm about to bring the windmill back. Fuck everything y'all talk. Nah, not fuck everything you talking about. But I'm gonna say this. I do believe though, Bino, I'm telling you, bro. Kendra G, that was probably the most telling thing I've ever seen. Because for a woman that was that argumentative to about face, that to me is the alarms going off to let you know, nigga, the fire's here. For her, like that's what I'm saying. People that follow her and like have watched her do this shit, it was kind of weird because like, yo, you was arguing with Kevin Samuels, you turned into Kevin Samuels to encourage them, and now you like, yo, we gotta cut the shit. To me, that is very telling of a
she got the
very
man?
big shift, huh?
She got the man?
I don't think she got
all right.
one.
Then the women ain't stun that shit she talking about until they can show and prove her.
Bro, her whole,
how that shit
bro,
look. Until then, they gonna chase this. They gonna chase that paper.
Bino, her whole show was never about her getting a man. It was about helping the women get the man.
No. What I'm saying is, she could scream all that shit she want. She could take all that shit she want now. Well, all I'm saying is, ain't nobody stun that stuff. She talking about no women ain't stun that stuff. So she could show and prove how it look. Until then, the woman gonna chase that paper, bro.
You know what's wicked? You about to make me pull up Kendra G's follow.
Good paper.
Bro, like if you see like how many people, bro, this
yeah, I'm pretty sure she got. I know you ain't got to pull up. I hear her name all the time.
Yeah,
but,
close to a million, to a million strong. So again, regardless of the outcome, they listening. But I'm telling you, for her to make that shift, dog, I'm telling you, it's because she knows that in order for her to keep this gimmick up, she's gonna have to shift to something different because what she's doing ain't working.
Bro, you letting these men fall into this trap, bro, Strata. I'm gonna tell you something, Strata. If women, you know, as men, it's high value men, right, with good character, right, great character, right. So when these same women that just goes for the man with good character but not high value, and they see their counterparts that are women with high value men that are good character, they gonna look at that man that just had that good character and still want what that other woman got. That man is gonna get he gonna be back on the top of the mountains saying women ain't shit again. The outcome is gonna be the same, bro. Is what I'm saying. That you say you already understood what I'm saying. The outcome is gonna be the same because you can't convince women that it ain't no high value men out here that they can't get with good character that'll be loyal. You can't convince them of that, even if it was the truth. You would not be able to convince them of that shit because they actually can see it. All somebody gotta do is act happy for a year. All Cardi B and Offset had to do is act happy for a year before everybody try to act like a Cardi B to get an Offset.
I just think though,
this shit gonna keep switching. The outcome gonna be the same, and the men, unfortunately, that's not considered. It might be some high value men that women actually start saying okay, but I feel like that's when we get older, bro. I feel like that's not women and I feel like the older women will accept the good character. The veteran, the hill veteran. We started off with the hill veteran. Yes, the hill veteran will, but I think now we shrinking the amount of women because there's only a certain amount of women that's going to get older on this earth and remain single all the way up into their 40s. It's only a certain amount. It's not a widespread of them.
I
You know what I'm
just think
saying?
I think that I agree with you up until because right now we in shift one. Shift one is the awareness that they have to do something different. I think shift two, to your point, is all right, we getting the same outcomes. The high value men are still on the top of this mountain. And I think that the realization, that time frame that women have to come to that realization, it's gonna go from late 30s or like 40s to then it's gonna be women at 32 gonna shift faster.
And
They're
beauty,
gonna become way more aware that wait a minute, maybe chasing this $100,000, $200,000 dude ain't the way. And I think that as that window shifts to the women and their awareness become younger, we get more mint greens in the game.
I mean, I guess that'll be it. I mean, idealistically, I think you speaking in optimism,
High
bro. I
optimism.
just really do. I think you
Yeah.
speaking in high optimism, bro. Longest things you could do, like get surgeries. Long as you could do, like take the O. Long as you could do these different things to switch up how you look. Beauty make you blind.
That's
That's
fair.
why it take women to have kids and get older before they start valuing what they supposed to value when they was young, pretty, and beautiful and vibrant.
Huh. That's interesting.
Hmm.
I think that's interesting. But I do think that their standards will become more realistic faster than men are prepared to accept that to be true. Because think about it, just like to our point earlier, if the men are already saying that finding a woman in the club, find my wife in the club ain't the move, and you have a woman that just sees you and she, want to see what's up, you're gonna reject it because that's not what you used to seeing. And I think that that's probably my bigger point in this whole pod is we're talking about women, but I'm really talking to men about women in the same conversation. So I'm trying to get men to see now before the shift totally happens is be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. And I think that what men have done in these conversations is they haven't conceded that at some point, all your yelling and all of the things that are important to you, there's a woman quietly listening. And with that, I do want to end with probably the most powerful piece I should have started with before we go to closing arguments and not really closing arguments, but before we wrap this thing up. I think that a dope pod, but I do want to present this dope ass poem. Shout out to Wardy. He shared this to me, and I think that this literally sums up what I think the women have been doing. It's called "A Wise Old Owl" by Edward Hersey Richards. It says, "A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that bird?" I think that our women are becoming the wise old owls. They have been listening, they talking less, and they've been sitting on this perch like, wait a minute, I gotta figure this shit out. Cause this math ain't mathing. And I'm telling you, bro, they are wisening up to what they want versus what they can get. And they're gonna start going after what they can realistically get way sooner than men are expected for it to even happen. That's all I got for that.
Hey, how many times you hear of a wise woman?
Many
That
times.
term. Many times. Mm.
Older women.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Because that would come wisdom. So yes, back in their early 20s, absolutely it wasn't as wise, right? It was different.
Older women. Thank you. Okay. So
But
you only tell you older grandmoms and shit like that.
check this though, bingo.
He trying to say that poem. Let me check. Let me check.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
let you
check this
cook.
real quick.
I got you. I got you.
If you say that you think women are going to turn into that before they become a grandma is crazy.
I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you why.
Wise women, if that wise going to be the manipulative owl. If them listening, them taking notes, that everything that why can't the bird do that? They doing that, right? but they not becoming what they their wisdom their wisdom that they're getting from listening and taking notes, being a fly on the wall is coming with a sense of manipulation that benefit themselves, bro. Like that's the thing. It's benefiting themselves. It's not benefiting for them to say, hey, I want to be a wife to a husband. That's not what they're using their wise owl shit for. They're using it to be on point and play the game and have the upper hand.
You know what? A wise owl knows how to choose a wise man.
But I don't even want to get caught on the age of the owl. I'm talking about the wisdom, the idea that you can sit, watch, and get the outcome. And this would be my retort, Bino. I think that all of us, men and women, we're all out to get the best possible deal for us personally. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that where you fuck up at is when you want it all and you being too greedy. Meaning, if you're a
Right.
man and you try to get every little thing out of a woman, that means she got to be stacked like Nicki Minaj. She better have a temperament of name celebrity superstar. She gotta have fat this, huge that, cook like a motherfucker, be able to raise all my kids and can also bring me back. Like when you start getting greedy, that's when shit start getting fucked up. So I think to your point, it's not their selfishness of what they want that's bad. It's the fact that they don't know how to step away from the buffet table. You ain't gonna get it all, right? Pick what works, sit your ass down with your plate, and be happy and eat. But when you try to load that plate up, you gonna get too full, or
And
something
then
gonna fall
dudes
apart
got
like
to
a plate.
tighten up too.
Yeah,
Men got to tighten up. The men that have very low access don't need. Like I had this debate in Let's Go Not Too long ago. It's like, yo, the problem is, see, the let's say I don't even like putting people in this category. First of all, let me say this for the purpose of the show. I don't even like the whole high value, low
yeah,
value.
yeah.
I
Some
don't even
weird
like that
conversations
shit, bro.
happen. That's
I
a
don't even
fact.
like
It
that
is.
social shit that we be doing to each other like
It
that. That
is.
shit, that's really the main fucking problem at the end of the day. That's the
That's a good
main problem
example. I like that. That's
at the
real.
end of the day. Just putting people in these different boxes. That's the root of it all. Let me say that
Mhm.
for a disclaimer. But so for the point of
No
the
doubt.
conversation, the problem is low value men sit there and get the good woman and still do what the high value man try to chase down what the high value man has access to and can get away with. That's the problem. So that then in the women mind, why even fuck? I'm gonna choose a man that made 45,000 and he's still gonna act like running around here acting like he making 200,000. Like this nigga, no, I chose you, nigga. You better sit the fuck down with your 45,000 making ass. You feel what I'm saying? But you still want to go out here running around like you a
Said tell
quarter
a nigga
million
act his
up.
wage. You better act your wage.
See, that's why the women that never go that route too, because the men that are the quote unquote low value men don't go nowhere and sit their ass down somewhere. So why would they keep even fucking with a man like that? When because what that low value man did is lied the whole time, acting like he wanted that, and then like you said, you got what you want. They ain't gonna be at the mountain saying fuck a bitch. They gonna say they gonna get what they want and still fuck up if they ain't disciplined enough. So you gotta get out the mindset that women ain't shit for you to even be this. You know what I'm saying? It go back to what we were saying about a women healing. Men got to do the same shit. This is some human shit we got to do. I don't feel like it's gender. I don't think a man can think he gonna become a good husband. In the meantime, his wife gonna come around while he fucking with hoes. Like that shit don't even make sense to me. You gonna find a good wife and you gonna be a good husband, but until that happens, you gonna fuck with hoes. Take time for yourself, bro.
Mm.
Like disassociate yourself with all that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because if not, what happens? You gonna come across a good wife and you gonna still end up fucking with a hoe. If she gonna you ain't disciplined enough because you still been fucking with him the whole time. You feel what I'm saying? So you ain't disciplined enough to not fuck with him when you get your wife. So much shit you gotta do. You got that people that man and woman gotta do for itself. You feel what I'm saying? Before high value work, low value work. You feel what I'm saying? Older, younger work. Like motherfucker preach to they blue in the face. Like motherfuckers need to take time away from each other. Both niggas need to stop fucking with women, and women take time for both, and then both parties will realize. You feel what I'm saying? To tighten up.
I like it. Mona, what you got? Closing thoughts.
Wonderful.
That was a bar, Bino. You cook. You cooked that. I like that.
I did all
Like,
right.
he did all right. What you got, Mona?
What I have is
He cooked that.
seek therapy to heal yourself so you can be the best you when you enter into a new relationship and to identify the ones who is not for you.
I like it. I like it. Woody, what you got?
Like we got to be selective of where we, put our knowledge, wisdom, understanding that, because some people only want to use it to, for ill intentions. But it's I think I agree with you that women are listening. But remember, the key is we don't know what's on the notepad, so still be selective. And you know what I'm saying, when you out there doing what you do.
It's a fact. I think that is the biggest takeaway I want from both sides of this gender conversation to know is that be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. But are you prepared to actually, are you prepared to receive the very thing that you're fighting for? And I think sometimes we get so busy, we get so lost in a fight that we don't even recognize a change because we're not looking for it.
Right.
So I think we've been having these conversations about how so many women ain't shit and women ain't shit as guys, to where you wouldn't recognize a shift in a woman from not being shit to becoming shit because you ain't looking for it. Same thing to the woman. I can't find a man. All these niggas suck. All these niggas suck. Well, 4 men just walked past you that didn't, but you missed it. And I think that's the importance of me always pushing the shift. There's a shift. There's a shift. Because if we lose that thought in our mind, you already lost the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You looking at the jab, you got caught by the hook. All they doing is jabbing. All they doing is jabbing. Yeah, okay, that's the right hook. Pow! Damn. Night. Think we're focusing on the wrong things. I think that it's important to be aware of what you're looking for, but I think it's also as equally important to be open that what you say you will receive in some way. Are you ready for it when it comes, though? Pause when necessary. That's what I got for closing. Ivan, what you got, bro? Take us home.
Nah, I'm with what you were saying, man. I would say the same thing. Like, just stop. You can learn knowledge. You can learn a lot of things, but learn how to apply the things that you learn. Make it your reality, and not just something to be saying out your mouth.
That's a bar.
That's all.
I like that. And with that being said, man, we will catch y'all next time. Make sure y'all tune in Monday at 7 p.m. We are the Raw Bunch. And again, we appreciate you all. Make sure on your way out the door, you like, comment, and subscribe. And until Monday, love, peace. We out. Check.